7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
He has a lot of problems.
Struggle to be top 5 in points at the end of the season.
Wow.
You bleach your hair, you're a sellout.
Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Moto Aftermath Show. This is episode number 258. We are back here to wrap up A2. We're going to talk 250 East. We're going to talk Ducati reveal. We're going to talk Cole's trip to Arizona for the Kawasaki release here, which was what we were just talking about. We're also we're watching football here. We're about to watch Baltimore come back and win this game here.
Oh my god, dude! There's no
against Kansas
timeouts.
City.
They have no timeouts.
It's scripted.
They're gonna win this game here. Watch this.
Oh my god, dude! They can't win. They have no timeouts left.
So
they're gonna run out of clock.
Kansas City is gonna miss this kick,
They're not.
and then Baltimore is
They're not
gonna
even
go
kicking
down.
it.
They will.
They can't kick it, dude.
We're good. We're
They're
fine.
gonna run the clock out.
Hey,
Travis just doesn't like admitting when he's
We're
wrong,
fine.
and I'm so
We're
right.
fine.
I'm
We're
so
fine.
right.
Everything's fine. Situation's normal.
They're gonna
Don't
run the
worry.
clock out, dude.
Don't worry. Just keep watching. Just keep watching. All right. Enough football talk here. I'm Travis, your host. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. My co-host here are the lovely gentlemen who have been with me for a long time here. They're the best free employees I've ever had in my life here. It's Justin Cole. Hi, guys.
What's up, man?
What up?
Thank you all for coming in tonight. Much appreciated. It's a little
Yeah.
hard to talk. I'll tell you what. What I really need is how much is it going to cost to get you guys here for the Triple Crowns? Because the time I have to kill during the live stream between Q2 and the LCQs is rough by yourself.
What do you value your time? How many hours do you think that is?
So the total stream was 2 hours.
I think I'm worth about 40 an hour. How about you?
He's not paying you
I don't
40
think
an hour.
we make that much. It's like $17
Hey, if
we
anybody
make on
wants to
those.
see me out there, donate to our Patreon. And then, I'll come in for 2 hours.
Yeah, something like that. I don't
No, I'll make it in one of these days because I'm just a fun guy.
Well, here's
Fun
the
and
thing.
free.
Here's the thing. We're gonna be at least at one of the other Triple Crowns, so that only leaves St. Louis.
Which one? What's the other?
Is Indy a Triple Crown?
Indy's a Triple Crown.
Oh, okay. So we're going to be there. So, yeah, so we'll have no
I'll be there
problem.
somewhere.
Ooh, fun fact, because I'm going to be at Detroit next week. I got a little lapel mic with this thing. Like, it's a wireless one. Dude, works super good. $26 on Amazon. Super good. Plugs right in, turn it on, just works. I tested it yesterday. I, left the phone in here, walked over there. Super loud, super clear.
Interview random people.
So, I mean, I could.
Should.
I could. It's more so just to do the Q2 live stream this week, but I mean, I could interview random people also.
Yeah, blast it out there. Section 215, come on in. If you want to get a random interview.
I don't know where I'm sitting.
Whatever. You're picking up what I'm putting down, though.
Yeah.
Are you
Are you going to Detroit?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Are you gonna?
Are you sitting in section 215?
No.
Oh.
I haven't gotten tickets yet. All right, so
No
here-
Kawasaki suite.
Kawasaki Suite will be there, but I will probably just poke my head in because we like to reserve that for dealers and all that kind of stuff.
I'm
I
a
could
dealer.
I could probably get some GA stuff. But no, dude.
Big time dealer over here.
Listen, I love Supercross. I fucking love it. But it's never going to sell a stadium out. So I get there.
Oh boy, here we go.
I buy the $32 nosebleeds.
Dude, Anaheim sold out every single
And then
time.
I sit wherever. Okay, that's also in Southern California. We're in fucking Detroit.
Yeah, that's true too.
Indy gets close to selling out.
Yeah, Indy's pretty
Outside of
busy
the top
most
deck,
of the time.
the very, very top deck.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. My $32 tickets are great. It's a day race. I'm going to get out of there and I'm going to drive home.
There are going to be so many people that are going to be happy that it's a day race because that means as soon as it's over with at 6:01, everybody's heading straight to the casino.
That's exactly where I'm staying.
It
so
is-
I will be there.
It is, dude. It's oh man.
I'm going to have to get a second room, I
There-
think. I only got one for Friday night.
There are so many people that are
Are
happy.
you in the casino Friday?
No, I'm at the GM Renaissance Center. The big
Oh.
building that says GM on it.
Yeah. No, we're at whatever it's called, the Hollywood at Greektown or whatever it's called now. So, which I got a call because me and my buddy are currently sharing a king size bed since I booked it for me and my chick, and she's not going. So,
Sounds good.
Hey, man, last time we got fucked up on a flight coming back from Florida, and me and him shared a full-size bed. So, you know, the king size, we got way
like
more
the way
room.
that sound. Like, hey, we got drunk and shared a bed.
No, we didn't get drunk and shared. Well, we did drink, but no. Well, look, it was either that or he had to sleep with my chick, or
Hey,
he had
Chiefs
to sleep
won, by
with
the
the
way.
kid.
Yeah, no shit.
Ah, damn it! Look at him shaking that. Never mind.
The TLR tinfoil hat
TLR
has been
tinfoil hat.
not tinfoil today. It is not
Sometimes,
scripted.
sometimes I know what I'm talking about.
You don't know shit.
I do.
Anyway,
When it comes to sports.
get it ripping.
Oh my god.
Let's move it on.
I'm gonna send you every TikTok I see talking
And
about.
I
how
will say
sports
that
are
every
rigged.
one of them are people that have no idea what the hell they're actually talking
Comment down below. We got on this track yesterday during the live stream with the tinfoil hat stuff. Comment down below. Number one, if you watch tinfoil hat. Number two, if you think sports are rigged. Because look, man, there's too many people talking for
Look,
me not
Kel-
to believe that
I don't
things
care.
are.
I don't care.
Kelsey and Swift have to be at the Super Bowl where
I
the
mean,
most
it's
eyes are on it. That's what's going to happen. And it happened.
To be honest, this doesn't surprise me because this is the other.
This is what I hear all the time, people. They always come up with excuses.
just get into the dirt bike.
Okay,
God, I
but
don't
this
wanna
is
talk
the
about
other thing. They have those two. He's right. Those two have to be there, which was the original theory that I heard, which was those two would be there.
Yep.
Then
original
the
theory
thing
that the
came
Detroit
out.
Lions were going to be good this year after all this time and never being to the Super Bowl ever.
No one has talked about that.
Yeah,
However,
that's my point.
if
That's my point.
if
Well, we're about to find out in about a half hour. So
San Francisco makes it, well, then that makes it partially right. But I don't know, it'd be weird. So anyway.
open up the show. Let's get into the dirt bike
so
stuff.
before we get started, let's thank our sponsors here. Complete Racing Solutions presenting the show here. 30 minutes workouts. You can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 a week if you want to. These are quick and easy to do if you're a busy person, much like Justin is. So Justin's doing them. Are you doing them?
and look at the results.
I'm definitely, yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
I was gonna-
starts at $22 a month. If you guys pay annually, you can get all the way down to about $15 a month. So that's a $7 per month savings, which is your Starbucks habit once a day. So there you go. Also presenting the show, TLR Coatings. We're in the TLR Coatings studio here. Because I don't want to
You.
confuse anybody, aka me. We'll powder coat your stuff the right way. It's Michigan's #1 custom powder coating shop for anything. So if you guys are doing bike builds too, you can ship stuff. I got some headers shipped to me this week. I got wheels shipped to me this week. So we can do all sorts of coating stuff for you. Make sure to look us up at TLR Coatings on all the major social networks or TLRcoatings.com. We've got Gutter Works bringing us our 450 race recap. We've got Isaac Nelson Designs going to bring us our 250 East preview section. And we may have a new graphics sponsor coming on board soon. I've installed a couple. Are you amazed that there's no creases in it?
There's a bubble just
Yes,
above the top.
I know.
Okay.
There's a couple little
Is there,
bubbles.
is there
okay?
another color up here since the last time I was here? Are these the same ones?
Yes.
that-
No.
That's just
These
every
are,
time.
These are
dude.
from TLR Coatings. So
You're
we
not.
have,
so yeah, you're right. Every time I've come here, there's been a new color.
Yeah. Well, it's because I've been trying to work them in with some. So we have like the Illusion Tangerine there. We've got the Prismatic Gold there. This is actually called shoot.
So-
I don't know. It's black with a bunch of flake. Oh, Spice Black. That's what it is.
So that just proved
And
my
then
thought. You
black
put more-
chrome.
What was that one?
Black chrome.
Okay,
Ultra black
what was
chrome.
the black one again?
Spiced black.
I'm not. Okay, I'm just gonna say
I
it.
think that tangerine would look really good on a
boy.
Lamborghini.
Is this
Every-
something racist?
Every single like powder coat color could be a stripper name. I think.
Spiced black.
What else you got on there?
I mean, I'm not,
Tangerine twist.
I mean, I'm.
I mean, what else you got?
Prismatic gold.
Oh, next on stage, prismatic gold.
pretty sure I used to know a stripper named Tangerine. So
Wow.
There we go.
whatever, man. I had a past
And
life.
now it's out there.
Hey,
That's
you
fine.
should rebrand, and this would just really fit your brand. You
Oh,
could be
boy.
strippers powder coating
Can
because
you-
you got to strip the product.
Can I ask you a question before we get into this?
I have
boy.
CTE.
Are
Okay.
you meaning? Are you what? Did you say you have CTE? Are you meaning for your gold chain to stick out like that, or like was that just on accident?
It was kind of on accident.
Okay.
I'll run it.
Did you hear
out,
my?
though.
Did you hear my rant? Do you wear the chain when you ride?
Yes,
Did you hear my rant last week?
I did not.
You should not because it's going to decapitate you.
We don't want you to die, Cole.
Okay, good thought.
I've said this about dirt bike riders a lot. About dirt bike riders because I noticed it last week when they were when we had that red flag during the 250 heat or whatever there. when they were carting whoever off because he had a huge chain on, and like Jet used to wear one too. Bugs the shit out of me because in street bike riding, guys would wear headphones which were wired at the time because the wireless technology wasn't there like it is now. And I've literally seen guys' heads get half cut off because you would think those little wires would break. No, tensile strength's insane, so it just and decapitates you. So like I'm just waiting for one of these dudes to crash. Their chains get caught around something and it yanks and it.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, this thing breaks pretty easy though.
You'd be amazed. You
I've broken it twice.
You would be like it got caught on something when you were crashing, or
I don't know. At some point, it just broke.
Because it happens just like that.
I don't know. That's a good thing to bring up. That is very VRM of you. So I'm
dude,
gonna start to take my necklace off.
I mean, all you got to do is see one dude's head half cut off laying in the road, and you're like, "Fuck this."
Also, why I mentioned VRM?
Yeah,
I've seen a Facebook post.
Patrick Weiler. Shout out to him.
Running it.
Yep. I did order one. I also ordered one of the other shirts I sent you guys that I'm going to be wearing at Detroit. So that ought to cause some.
That'll be great.
Oh, the Deegan one?
Yeah.
Shocking.
Actually,
Shocking,
it's
of course.
probably on the lower banner of the
Look, man,
videos,
it is
to be
already.
honest. Is it?
I like
the
it.
Anti-Deegan Club?
I like it, but I couldn't wear one. And
Why? It'd be fun, dude.
What are you gonna?
How many
wear?
comments?
I'm not going to Detroit.
How many comments
I'll be
do you
in
think I'm going to get?
A bunch.
I mean, it'll be great. I'm
I mean,
excited
I'm waiting for like
it.
a fanboy, like a legit teenager to come
Oh,
up
it's
to you
going
and
to
say
happen.
something stupid.
Oh,
to
it's
you.
going to happen.
Oh, and then you'll get another person. That's awesome. Where'd you get that? Well, funny thing.
Yeah, Moto
I'm all
Aftermath
about the
show on
VRM.
YouTube.
I'm all about the VRM shirt though.
Got one of those coming too because I didn't have one, so I was like, well, as long as I'm ordering,
A
I
lot
need
of people
one.
are like down with VRM.
I think it's
Yeah,
cool.
the VRM is cool. Dude, hopefully I don't feel.
Thank you.
I don't feel it was great. I don't feel as bad though. So in listening to that new Jason Anderson podcast there with Gypsy, they were talking about like merch and stuff like that, and even Gypsy's like, yeah, I sell like one T-shirt a fucking month, which is unreal to me. With as popular as he is, but I guess whatever.
Yeah,
He doesn't really.
That's probably pretty good.
Doesn't really push it. So anyway, okay, cool. So
We were definitely coworkers all weekend.
who?
Me and Jason, dude, we were on the elliptical together when he fired off that text.
Oops.
Okay, whatever, man.
No, I'm kidding.
All right, let's jump in here. 450 race.
No,
Oh,
dude.
sorry. Oh, sorry. I forgot. Holy shit. All right, let's hit this.
This
Not-
is that's
not
the
my-
best. This is the best segment of the show, and you always skip it.
Opening ceremonies.
Oh.
We need a sponsor for this. If anybody's got a company, you guys want to come in and sponsor us for not a whole lot of money.
Guitar Center's opening ceremonies.
All right. Opening ceremony
Yeah.
section.
I listen to mine on the way
Song and person. Go ahead.
We're going to Detroit, right?
We are going to Detroit, Motor City, baby.
Kid Rock,
Kid
the
Rock.
Prince of Motor City.
Which Kid Rock?
Kid Rock?
Oh my
the
God.
Kid Rock,
Which-
Which Kid Rock song?
Cowboy.
Okay. Yep.
Topical. Aaron Plessinger, probably overplayed with Aaron Plessinger, but
Hasn't he come out to that song before? I feel like I've
well,
heard
he
this.
just needs to come out to it in Detroit, and if he has before, do it again. I think it fits. It's either that or ball with the ball, bang to dang.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You got one?
Yeah, Eli. Welcome to the jungle.
Okay.
It is a jungle in the 450
Okay.
class. I promise.
Welcome
you
to
that.
the jungle. And I
Okay.
think Eli. I think he's the. I think it fits him.
All right. Fair enough. I didn't write anything down here, so this is off the cuff here. Limp Bizkit. Break shit.
Okay.
Barsha?
Yeah, he's gonna need to break shit after last night's, right?
Yeah. So
I mean, I think
I
Craig
guess.
should come out to that if we're being honest.
Oh my God, Craig
Dude,
is not even allowed to be in open ceremonies. right now.
Anybody-
Craig needs to listen to that song on the way to the test track.
Look, bro, the
Any-
Husky team is like not even allowed to be in the pits at this point.
anybody watch the Weed show from Friday where he went up to him and he was like, have either of you guys even made 2 laps in a main before you crash? and Craig's mechanic's like, he made 9 the first week before he ate
Wow.
shit.
If I was
Oh.
a mechanic, I would have not said anything at all because that makes it worse.
But to be honest,
Oh, he sounded salty. Huh?
Craig and Mookie both were kind of just giggling about it. They're just like, it's so terrible. Like, there's nothing we can. Like, Mookie's just like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and the
So-
mechanic was salty.
No,
Not being
no,
on a-
they
not
were
being on
they
a
were all
wet
kind of
bike.
just like laughing about it because they're like, it's just so terrible that
Not
like What the fuck you even gonna do, right?
Must be nice. You know who's probably not laughing right now?
Yeah.
Nate Ramsey.
Well, maybe. Anything else with opening ceremonies
No,
here?
man.
Since we opened the show with it.
That's it.
no,
Because
we're
the people like opening
good.
ceremony.
People do like opening ceremonies.
We're good.
I will try to come more prepared next week, okay?
Honestly, I didn't even think about it. That was just right off the top of my head, man. Mm-hmm. So
Yeah, you're just not into music, though.
I'm not. And I tried to listen to some this week when I was working. And then
Dude, I love music.
And then I
It's
immediately
like, I tried to listen to music, he said.
and then I immediately went right back to podcasts.
music is
so-
like the one thing for me that like puts me in a calm.
Yeah, it just depends. It just changes the vibes, dude. If I want to feel like I'm in high school again, I just listen to Mac Miller.
So the only the music that I mostly listen to now.
Drake?
No.
Oh.
No.
He
Limp
Drake and
Bizkit?
drives
no,
for sure.
no, I listen to classical music on
Oh, yeah.
mornings where I don't want my brain to really
Oh, yeah.
work,
I
if
think
that
you
makes
told me that,
sense.
yeah.
So that's pretty much
So
it.
you're into like Beethoven and shit?
Yeah, it's like Beethoven and Mozart. I like there's a certain video that plays a whole bunch of different ones on YouTube, and I'll just put that on when I'm like tired, my brain's not ready to process like what I'm listening to with like a tinfoil hat or anything moto related or business, whatever. So I'll listen to that until I get fired up for the day. And then it's right back to podcasts, audiobooks, etc. So
I do that with bluegrass.
Interesting.
yeah. Oh, that's cool. Bluegrass, yeah, it's not
Definitely
a
not
normal
like
one.
it's not like classical or anything, but like just the feel of it,
Mm-hmm.
like it brings back to a childhood. So like everybody likes to remember what it was like to be a kid.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool.
I'm more like when I want to feel like I'm a kid.
don't say Mac Miller.
Kool-Aid and frozen pizza.
What?
Actually,
It's a Mac,
What?
it's a Mac Miller song.
Oh my God! Did you? Let's get on with this. This
dude,
is
so actually, the stuff I listen to that brings me back to a kid is when I'm in the truck with the kid because we listen to NSYNC radio on Pandora. So I get
Oh,
NSYNC,
yeah.
Backstreet Boys, Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears.
I mean, that pretty much is our childhood.
yeah.
Pretty much
Which
is.
I mean, dude, Bye 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 comes on and I'm immediately in 5th grade again.
Brittany Loki had some bangers. I play her sometimes.
Was she wearing a black skirt or a plaid skirt?
I don't know. Whenever Give Me More and Womanizer. And,
Yeah.
So you mean when she was
song.
like the most famous person in the world?
yeah, when she was shaving
She
her
still
head
is
and shit.
now because she just has knives and lingerie.
Yeah, she's going a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but that'll do it to you when you're trying to fight the people.
That's
Well,
what,
she
that's
also
what
got-
happens when shit goes
When
sideways.
you've been drugged a lot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go. Let's get in it.
TLR tinfoil
Yeah.
hat.
All right. Another thing too. If you guys want us to do a tinfoil hat style podcast about anything and everything, let us know in the comments because we'll definitely do it. At least Travis and me will.
We should do a podcast called Whiskey Dick. We
Don't-
have
no.
to take shots of whiskey
Here's-
and we just let it flow.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Here's the thing, though. Both Cole and me definitely can't keep up with Travis on that end because he's way more into that stuff than it probably goes Travis, Cole, than me. But I still.
The thing that really sucks, man, and I talk about this privately a lot. I think I've talked about this with you. Is I have so much information about that shit up here that I can't keep it all straight. So I have bits and pieces of a ton of shit that I'll put out
some
there.
of it's like almost too far. I don't need to
And
hear
then,
it.
well, and that happens too. And that's what it was for me when I got started a few years ago. But anyway, but then it's like someone will say something, like you'll come in and you'll have heard something, you'll say it, and I'll be like, oh yeah, and then all of a sudden clicks and boom, and I'm just firing off stuff, and then I'm like, wow, I don't even know where that came from.
Here's
know?
the thing, man. You'll find that the two, and this is for someone like me who's like not in, like I'm into like small certain things. The too far stuff is usually the stuff that actually is more true than anything.
But sports aren't rigged.
No, because that's just dumb. Let's get into this, man. Let's talk about dirt bikes.
It's called cognitive dissonance.
Well, I know Supercross is rigged because Jet was supposed to win last
Oh
night.
my God! Stop.
Oh god.
Oh, we're
here
gonna
we
get
go.
into that, though. It's funny,
Here
but
we
let's
go.
get into this.
Oh, fuck, why is that dying?
get into
Okay,
this.
all right. 450
I'll
race
actually-
recap.
I'm actually
Oh, okay, never mind.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Shut up.
450 race recap. Brought to you by our friends at Gutterworks. Always well hung, just like Justin Barsha. Links in the description down below for all this stuff. All right. So let's fire off here. So Cooper Webb goes 225, picks up his first win. Saw a sick picture of him celebrating. Have you seen it?
no, I know he had COVID or something. Though.
Bottle a captain and celebrating the win supposedly. Buddy was
No,
sick, so I didn't really
that
believe
was
it.
From
So
before. That wasn't
okay,
a real
all
one.
right,
He
From the
definitely-
from the No Context Moto page.
maybe. I
It
don't
was
know.
some dude taking a selfie.
Yeah,
and-
yeah.
That wasn't last
Okay,
night.
all right.
Kinda
I
like
kind of
that
figured
one-
it wasn't, but I was like, maybe.
Kind of like the picture from 2017 where he's sitting on the line at Redbud with a candy cigarette in his mouth.
But
Yeah.
he drinks captain, so he's my new favorite person.
He definitely was dying a little bit.
A lot.
A lot of it, actually, yeah.
Like him trying to stifle back coughing there in the interview, I was like, oh boy.
Like the interview that he did with Lewis on press day
Yeah.
he was like half dead.
Yeah, you always know Coop is gassed too. Like when you know how he rolls over the finish line, and just sits on the back of the bike, and he's just kind of
Yeah.
like he was doing that at the end there. But
What a good ride for him last night, eh?
Typical Coop win.
Yeah. Talk about Coop. I got to plug.
Typical
yeah,
Coop win.
He always does that at Triple Crown. So like every year, once it gets to the Triple Crown, he just starts spooling up.
Have you,
That's dangerous, man.
Have you kind of noticed that since he's been back on the Yamaha and finally got that bike dialed in a little bit, he's got a little more swagger in his style these days.
Scrubbing and stuff.
Swagger?
No, swagger.
What the fuck is swagger?
No, it was a joke. I
I
said swagger. That was a joke.
I know what swagger is.
Oh, stop. No,
Is that like schlong shot?
he's definitely changed up his style a little bit more. He's being a little more loose, playing around on the bike. He's doing a little bit more turn downs just
Yeah,
to stay
yeah.
loose and not be so zoned in all the time. I know that's not that big of a deal, but it's just interesting. A guy like Coop, where he's just kind of straightforward bulldog, he just soaks stuff up. He's I don't know. I like it. I like seeing guys this late into their career do that kind of stuff because usually we all know you kind of get set in your ways and you're not comfortable with trying new things, especially like I said, switching your style up. And yeah, I don't know. It's good to see Coop because he's got a little bit of style when he wants to.
Yeah. I noticed that one at the mud race last weekend where he was just like scrubbing the finish line and doing some stuff like that instead of like
Yeah.
the straight airs, which we kind of seen in the KTM days. But I was I can't believe I didn't even think about Ricky Gilmore and Webb being able to work together.
Oh yeah,
Gilly,
And-
baby.
Yeah, and how good of a combination that has been for Tomac, and then now bringing in two more guys to the table, and we'll get to Cooper, but I think it's starting to pay some dividends for that man.
Yeah, I
as
think
well.
so too.
Well, he definitely could plant that bike as far to the inside and turn down with anybody. So
Yeah, I mean he looks really good this year, and that's really dangerous because when it starts coming to the mental game.
He's
there.
mentally there. He's in
Yeah,
this
yeah.
title for sure.
Yeah, and the only person he might be able to not talk out of the title is Eli. But those other guys, I think he can talk them out of winning.
Fourth winner in 4 rounds. So
nobody called that shit. We
big question for you guys.
I think we see a fifth next weekend.
How many do we have total?
Well, I'll be honest with you, and I think I said this. I only thought it was going to be the big 3: Eli, Jet, and Chase, and Kenny would be the only other one. And obviously now Coop proved us all wrong and did what Coop does. So, man, you got to feel that if we've already got 4 and 4, that we could get 6.
Average is 4 to 6 per year.
Yeah, because Weege always talks about this
pretty
when he was on with
average.
Jace. He's like, yeah, we always it's like 5 or whatever, and we always.
have
I
the
can give you-
possibility of 7 in my opinion.
I can give you at least 3 more guys right off the top of my
I know.
head.
I think
Well,
I can
me
only.
too.
I
Go
think I
ahead.
can only give you Ando and Kenny at this point.
Ando, Kenny, and Eli?
Oh yeah, duh. That's
I was
crazy to
gonna
think that
say,
Eli
yeah.
hasn't gotten one yet.
Yeah.
I'm going off of how well he rode in that last one. So yeah, 7.
The thing for me is that like the start to Kenny's season here has gone almost as bad as the Husky guys in my opinion. And I think there's at least a round where it just clicks for him and boom, this happens.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah.
So
But anything else with Coop, man? It was just kind of a quiet night with Coop.
it was just
or you got
quiet
something
and
else?
just wins without winning.
Were
basically.
you guys on board with the neon yellow gear?
No, I said he was directing planes or something. I don't know. I made some shitty comment in qualifying.
I fucking loved it.
I thought it looked pretty cool too.
That was
but
dope.
with the
It
blue
was
gloves
too
and the
much
blue
neon
boots,
yellow.
it reminded me of Fly had a kit like that back in the day. But can you imagine if he would have brought out the flow yellow boots? That all
Dude,
the
yeah.
A-Star guys
Dude,
are-
Yeah.
I like the neon. I like the neon shit, man. I know that it's not for everybody.
I like the bright stuff too. There just wasn't enough to break it up for me. To me, it was just like a highlighter thing.
Definitely knew where he was though.
Yeah, could see that. We knew exactly where he was.
Yeah, definitely. But
Get the sticks
no,
out.
man, he just did what he did, and if he was under the weather, then
Oh boy, yeah. That's
that's some championship shit right there.
Sure
So-
is. Sure is. So, all right. Second place here, teammate Eli Tomac goes 5.71. That last race was good. He was quietly kind of good all day. Just bad starts. Yeah. So
Yeah, I knew he was on when it showed him going through the whoops, and he wasn't just tapping. He was tap, 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 then
Yeah.
dropping it in, and like he was, and he managed the gap in that last
Yeah.
one, which I think is something that Mr. Jet hasn't had to deal with. Usually he's the one managing the gap, And I think that messed with him a little bit and ultimately put him on the ground, which we'll talk about. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, that is the Eli we need in this series right there. And
I'll
that's
say it
gonna
again.
be-
When Eddie was here, I said it. He is not the guy you want to give confidence right now.
No.
This early on, and he's clearly not 100%. He's close, but I'll also tell you too, man. They got that. I mean, they had the bike working great last year, and then obviously the 2022 season, that bike was probably the best bike Eli had ever ridden to that point. But dude, did you guys notice how hard he was loading up on the front brake, going into corners, and that front end was just plush as can be, just planted to the ground.
Webb's bike looks the same.
And
way.
I'm like watching it. I'm like, a dude that is aggressive as Eli, somebody like that who needs that and having no play in the front end, it sticks. Dude, we'll see what happens with the dirt this weekend in Detroit, though. That is a good marker for him moving forward because
Yeah.
I was just, like I said, the bike was working great last year, but you're talking about obviously coming off the injury, maybe not 100%. Bike looks dialed. Like, it's just not the guy you want to give confidence this early, man. He is the one guy out of everybody there that I think that everybody's got to be worried about now that he's already got to win. Because I don't know about you guys, I didn't think you would have a
Triple
win.
Crown win.
I get that, but still, the fact that he got the start and he walked away from everybody.
I'm still holding judgment here, though,
No, I'm not.
until we see a couple more normal races and see where
I
it
agree.
shakes out. Dude, I mean, it's the same thing with Ando. Like, do you think Ando's just going to start walking away from people now?
I mean, this autumn, like it.
Lando did what he always does though in that second main. That's usually how his races that he wins goes.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I don't foresee Ando just walking away with shit at this point either.
But
so,
Ando's not Eli.
I mean, I agree with that, but I still want to see Eli on a normal race, a normal 20-minute moto, because and I'm gonna get fucking flamed for this,
you
probably
are
from
about
you.
to.
I don't know if we get. How long were the mains? Because I didn't pay attention.
12.
I think the
12 plus one.
last one was the closest to a normal, right? They get a little longer each time.
Is it?
No,
I
now
thought they were all the
it's
same.
all the same.
now.
It's 12
I don't
plus
know. I
one.
didn't pay attention, but
It's 12
dude,
plus one.
you do another 5 to 8 minutes, and
There's
maybe
no
it
evidence.
looks a little different.
There's no evidence.
Maybe it looks a little okay.
I think it
All
might
right.
look a little different.
I
yeah,
don't- I don't-
do.
Nope. I don't agree with that. There's no evidence of that. Eli did what he normally does. He managed it, and every time Jack got close, and go back and look at the lap times, he bumped it back up, and him and Ando were the only two people in the 57s all night.
All right. I mean, maybe not, but I don't know. It was like, again, we haven't had a normal race yet.
No, it literally
So-
felt like Anaheim won with
Yeah.
a Triple Crown.
Yeah,
last
I mean,
night.
it was the start,
like-
and everybody was saying all week it's the start to the season again, but it just with a Triple Crown. So
yeah.
I want to see a couple more. Now, if he comes out in Detroit, looks pretty good on the box, and then comes out in Glendale, because we all know he's really fucking good at Glendale, and just dominates, okay, then I'm in. But until that point, if he, has another 6th, another 9th, something like that in the next 2 weeks, then no. Then
If this was anybody else, I would agree with you, but not Eli. I've done this too
Okay.
many times where I've doubted him, and I've said this. With him, I just can't do it. I'd love to believe that, because that obviously means more parity. But how many times do we got to do this with Eli, where he proves that this is just where he is in his career? He did it all last year. He did it in his 2022 season. He gets a start. He walks away from you. He knows to manage. He knows when to push. He knows when to settle in and conserve energy. And he knows how to manage championships now. And I can't do it with him. Anybody else, I totally agree. But this dude, Eli's proven to us how many times now in the last 5 years that every time we say this kind of shit, we all look dumb at the end of the year.
It won't surprise me, but I feel like you're reading too much into a Triple Crown main at this point.
The Triple Crown to me has nothing to do with it. It's just the fact of the way he rode. The Triple Crown
But
was just...
are you going to say the same thing if he does it in a heat race?
No, because there's not as much intensity in a heat race. Eli doesn't
okay.
care about winning heat races. He has proved that his entire career.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's a Triple Crown main.
Yeah, I'm saying that it's Eli. The fact that it was a Triple Crown is just part of it. It has nothing to do with the fact of the Triple Crown. For me, it was just the way Eli rode. And you talk about Ando. How many times in Ando's when he's won, did he win the way he did that second main? Same way. So you say it, but that's how Ando wins his races. He doesn't come from the back of the pack and then jump out front and then walk away from everybody. He gets a good start. He gets a clear track, rides his own race. Same thing. And then it allows him to do what he was like 3 into the rhythm section on the far side. Shit that nobody else is doing, and separate that gap a little bit. That's how he wins his races. Eli wins his races the way he did that third main. Has nothing to do, for me, the Triple Crown was just part of it. Has everything to do with how he won the race. If he would have led and then had Jet closed on him, I'd have been like, okay, cool. Like, then, yeah, Jet for sure. Jet was not closing on him at all. Every time he did, Eli pulled it right back out. So for me,
Okay. I mean, maybe, like I said, luckily we have 2 more rounds before we have a week off here.
I bet against Eli too many times.
That are going to be normal, so hopefully we'll have, like, my whole thing is, like, when we get to the break, we're probably going to have a lot more information here because we have 2 domes.
And Jet needs to worry about staying off the fucking ground.
Series
Jet
is about
to
to start in Detroit.
I mean, basically.
And we're going to be there.
Basically, which is awesome. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on in Detroit, which we'll get to here. All right, so Aaron Plessinger ends up 3rd because of a penalty to Jason Anderson for an off-track excursion there. So he goes 6.43 for 3rd. He's got the red plate coming into Detroit here. I mean, this is a lot better than anticipated.
I just remember in the preview show saying that he was going to have a standout year.
I mean,
and then I remember people in the
it.
comments saying I was a fucking idiot. So,
well, welcome to the comments on YouTube.
Well, I'm just saying I'm putting a little claim to.
That's okay.
Claim to be a Nostradamus here.
Is anybody at the table here? Is he title contender, or this is just weird first 4 rounds to the season here before it starts to level out? Like when we start to level out here, we go the next few where they're in stadiums that are indoors.
I think it levels out and gets him back to
top 5. Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be a title contender, but I definitely think he's going to be poking his nose in there for podiums more than we all thought.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess we want to say with what Cole did, top 5 consistently.
He's replacing Barsha podium-wise here. Basically,
I mean, Barsha usually catches fire late, so
yeah. I still don't think Barsha is 100% right now.
No,
I think he's
100% he's not.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be a title contender for. I think that he slowly starts to slip back, probably after Daytona.
Yeah, like a 4, 5, 6 range.
Yeah, which I mean is better than his last couple years.
Yeah, 100%.
So
100%. Like this is a standout year, like you said, for him. So
yeah.
I just don't think everybody's all excited about this, and it gives us something to talk about essentially. But I just don't see this.
How crazy would it be though if
continuing.
he gets the win in Detroit this weekend?
Oh man, that'd be wild.
Redemption, yeah.
The
That
redemption,
stadium
not only for
roof is gonna
winning,
blow off.
not only for winning, just getting a win because he was owed one last year.
Yeah.
Owed one. But then to come back not a year to the day, but a year later in Detroit with the red plate and then get
And
another
win it.
win, then now
Hell
just
of a
even
story. That'd be a
Holy
good
shit.
script.
Hell of a story.
Here's my question to that then, if we're just going off stories. If he wins this weekend in Detroit, though, does that question get a little bit harder that you just asked?
I mean, a bit.
What about scripting sports?
Oh, shut the fuck up. Jesus. God.
Love it. Love it.
Oh, we got the Lions on, boys.
Oh, boy.
Speaking
Here
of
we go.
Ford Field.
There we go. All right. So Anderson goes 4.18 for 4th there. I mean, he's
Spicy.
a spicy contender this year.
Team Green, baby.
He got off that BFRC shock, and now all of a sudden he can ride a Kawasaki again.
I think the most impressive part about it is that's an all-new bike.
Yeah.
So I guess it definitely proves that he was in a different headspace last year. I think having the child really put that on him. Mm-hmm. I mean, I hate to sound like a family planner here, but I don't know if that was a planned child, and that probably threw a wrench into his works.
He didn't make it seem like that was an issue on the podcast with Jace.
It was definitely an issue. You're going to tell me having to be an athlete like that and you're going to have your firstborn child isn't going to mess with you a little bit?
Yeah, I know.
It's 2022 Ando, man. 2022 Ando.
He was spicy, man.
Mm-hmm.
He looked really, really good, like pulling out those rhythms in the main
That
stew style.
3 on the far side after come back across the start, I looked at that and I was like, somebody's going to huck it. But I thought somebody was going to size up in practice. That was gutsy to do that in the
Ando said
pack.
it was super easy.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't believe nobody
Everybody
else
started
did it.
doing
Oh,
it.
yeah. But the way you had to set up for it, though, was a little surprising to me that he did it in the pack, though, because you had to either round the corner or pivot at the apex.
It was a 3 and then a 5, right? They was going over, because I remember seeing man, that was a big landing.
Well, when he first did it, he was like, "Oh shit!" Right over.
Oh, dude, he sent it. He sent
Yeah.
it. He went fucking straight to the sky to get over it, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, and then he slowly tuned it in, and that was in the first main with Roxon.
Yeah.
Where they had a nice little duel there, but man, he looked good. I don't think he's ever gonna learn not to dump the clutch and go wide open next to the whoops, though. Everybody's like, "Oh, AMA hates him," blah blah blah. He's done that like 3 times. You watched him on TV drop a gear and disappear. You know, what I mean?
Barsha style.
Yeah.
Just both of them. It's a thing.
So,
He's
nobody blame but himself on that one.
No.
He's in this title hunt though.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's a basic ass statement because there's so many dudes there at this point, but he's going to be hard to deal with, man.
Hey, I'm telling you, you put Jason Anderson on your bingo card for Detroit, that man can ride a slippery, slick surface, and that's usually what we get in Detroit. I think they haul the dirt from Dutch Sport Park. Put that
That's what
You think it's going to be slippery, or you think with the way the weather is here, it's going to be
soft,
It's
soft and indie
It's
style?
always been hard or whatever. I think they keep it indoors or something somewhere. Every single year we go there, and it's hard packed.
But I don't think Monster Jam has been there yet. I
No,
think they're
Monster
after.
Jam. Monster Jam's in
It's
the
in-
end of this month.
yeah.
End of
Hey,
February.
well, yeah, I guess
So-
keep an eye on the dirt in Detroit because that could be an
It's,
interesting.
I was
thing.
gonna say it's gonna go one of two ways. Like it's either gonna be super soft indie style, or it's gonna be super duper hard.
Are we up already?
Yeah, we've already scored. Look at
Holy
us.
This could be Detroit could be 2019 Blue Groove Triple Crown, and
Let's
that's-
hope it doesn't take people out like what was it 22 there?
Oh yeah,
What just happened?
I don't know. Did we
Jameer
return
Gibbs.
the thing?
Jameer Gibbs scored a touchdown. That's what
Wow.
happened.
Yay!
Well, I know
sports.
he scored a goal, but
Oh
a
my
goal.
God.
Wow. And now we're canceled. Anyway.
I'm being a jackass on purpose. Just saying.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he's a spicy contender this year.
Oh yeah.
Now, how long is he a contender? Does he kind of fade out at the end of the
Just
year?
depends
Maybe.
on who he
knows?
pisses off.
Look, dude, I'll say this: if he's in this by round 8, which is, I feel like Daytona is always that marker. I think he's in it till the end.
Okay.
I think he is. That man knows how to win a championship. The only thing that was missing from his, I guess, resume on winning championships was not picking fights with people,
Yeah.
which he kind of already did that.
I don't think he really picked that fight.
Well, I mean, he
I think
definitely
he got baited into that, and he just shut it down.
he definitely escalated it a little bit.
Hey man,
but-
you know what, dude? He had to realize, like, hey, you're not dealing with children anymore.
No, I loved it. I
Grown
thought it
ass
was great.
man.
He's like,
Well, you guys
I am
wanna
a
talk about-
father now. You need to respect your elders.
Well, you guys want to talk about that then? The Instagram post here and everything.
Yeah,
I thought
I
it was
really
killer.
want to. I love it.
Oh, okay.
I love it.
No,
Yeah,
I
while we're
haven't-
talking Jason, man,
Yeah.
like that's awesome.
Everybody loved it in the industry. Everybody thought it was funny as shit that he blew him out.
So first off, you and I talked about this last week. Any issue with the situation that happened? Number one, with what Jason was doing on the track. Number two, with what Jet did after the race. Any issue with that?
With what Jason was doing on the track, no. There were some additional angles that came out where
Yeah.
The drone.
yeah, that and where you could tell he was definitely just trying to hold his line.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't cross jumping though, and everybody. That
He
was some
he
bullshit.
crossed over and they made contact once. Again, I don't have an issue with it.
Well, the one Jet came out, hit him, and then he was
Yeah.
like, "Okay, bitch,"
Yeah.
and then looked back and
Talking
gave him
about
a
when you
little
go back
brake
off
check.
that little step up double into the straightaway.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm still staying Switzerland in this. I don't have an issue with it.
Yeah.
I also, again, do not have
he
an
touched
issue with
your guy,
after
though.
race. Don't care.
No, I don't like the fact that people are saying, "Oh, he was cross jumping," because
Yeah, it
like
wasn't-
my
it wasn't
version of cross jumping
cross-jumping.
is when you literally Vince freestyle cross on over
Now-
somebody going up the face of a
Now
jump.
he did cross over on that step up jump there. Like he came out of that corner, crossed over. Clearly, it's
Yeah.
very clear with that drone footage. Okay, now is it as gnarly as like cross jumping? No.
No, and that's a big.
because Jet kind of got into him.
Yeah,
first,
yeah. So
and they
anyway-
were both wheels on the ground.
So anyway, I'm just very clear that I'm Switzerland here. Even though Jet's my guy, I don't have any issue with anything that happened at all.
No.
But go ahead.
I like the post too, and I just got in the beginning of the Gypsy deal where he was talking about he's in the hotel on the elliptical, which I think is funny because I was at the dealer meeting as well.
Yeah.
And I had full intent to go work out in the gym in the morning or whatever and get like a little bit of an elliptical. Can you
boy.
imagine if I would have went in there and like
been in there as he's posting
as
it?
he's posting, like witness this go down? I would have looked at him and be like, "You fired up, bro?" He's like, "Oh yeah, dude, I'm about to send this shit out." And I probably would have helped him write it.
You'd
up,
have been
but-
fucking egging it on, like, yeah, do
yeah.
it.
However, man, the McGrath comment was so good. It was just like the icing on the cake.
The McGrath comment was good. Any thoughts on the Faulkner comment?
I think I was reading some comments on YouTube where they get into that a little bit. Or
They
something.
do. They do.
I think if anybody-
it was not a great
No,
look
I
on
don't
his
think
part.
I don't think that was a good look on Fortner's part. No.
There wasn't a. The one thing I didn't like about that is that there were a lot of guys that it kind of just piled on from. You know, like everybody commenting and everything. It was just like everybody was waiting for a time to like spring on it. Okay, and it's like okay, and most of the guys, yeah, it was okay. It was just like, yep, 100, you know, whatever. That's fine. The Faulkner one was a little
I think he's still jaded against Jet, though.
He probably is. But sorry, bro. Like, here's the thing. You shouldn't even be in that fucking class, but you can't stay off the fucking ground. So it's not Jet's fault that you can't stay off, because you should have not have been racing Jet.
No, but I think he's a little. I think he's just pissed off because even though he went on a podcast, and I told you I think the Good Guys podcast or Good Dudes podcast.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, Jet clipped the tough buck. It pushed him inwards. Like he wasn't trying to take me out." But I think he kind of looks at that season and he's like, "Man, like this kid ultimately cost me a season."
Yeah.
Another season, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't have a problem with Jason posting that either. And now...
No, this sport needs stuff like
doesn't
that.
make Jet look good, though, man. Doesn't make the Golden Boy look good.
Well, but here's the thing, though,
But
okay?
all the
So
booze coming out.
now there's more information, though, okay, because of Jace's podcast coming out. So Jace obviously is in with them also. So according to what he kind of knew there, it was Jet didn't really want to speak, like, obviously he didn't want to speak to him that night. He's fired up, whatever. Fine. That's cool. Like, take your breath. But then he didn't want to address it through text or anything. He wanted to just talk to him at press day. Obviously the group around him,
I didn't like the post.
Settle
Whoever
everything.
posted that, I did not like that.
Then Jet probably should have handled it.
Yeah.
Where instead of just putting an apology in there, he had to throw in the fan zone bullshit and like make it look like it was a promotion.
Yeah.
That was not a good look.
It's not a good look for
Yeah.
Jet, man. Like, you know what? He's a kid at whatever. They're trying, like Mertz and Dazzy are trying to protect him. I get it. He's still a kid, but it's kind of one of those things that there's some people in the industry have kind of set around him and all the people around him, like, hey, he gets coddled. And he get it. He's the golden boy. He's the next. Him and Deegan, they're the two people that are going to elevate our sport. Like, you got to protect those people.
Yeah.
But I think this is what a lot of people that we've been hearing over the years since Jet's rookie year that like. This is why some of the people in the pits aren't his biggest fan because
This is welcome to the 450 class. I mean, and did you see the video of him like crying his eyes out? Did you see that one? Oh, you made a thumbnail of it.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Yes, I did.
I mean, like that wasn't a good look either. Maybe hold those emotions where people can't put eyes on you. But
I guess
that's
but
a rookie
it's-
thing.
I mean,
man.
here's another thing too, and this is a hypothetical, what if, whatever, never going to happen. But what happens? Let's rewind to a couple years ago where this person was still racing. Maybe he'd be smart enough not to do this with this person. What if that would have been Weston Pike that Jet grabbed a hold of his fucking helmet? What do you think would have happened then?
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Jet
think he even would have grabbed Weston Pike's helmet.
I think there was...
Jet would cease to exist at this point.
I think there's a little difference there because everybody would know that with Western.
Vince Freeze sure shouldn't didn't.
Well, Vince Freeze is brain dead there. I mean, that's very clear situation.
Jet's just getting a reality check that these aren't children anymore. You're dealing with grown men, and you got to be a little bit smarter on the track and off.
Yeah.
I think that's 100% it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have an issue with any of it. Okay. No. Look, and the thing is like that we'll never really know because all we're going to hear is hearsay is like, okay, if he does want to just deal with it as a man, like, hey, I'll see him next weekend. I'll go up. I'll talk to him. I think that's admirable, because things can be misconstrued. Obviously, we've seen it this week through text and everything. And even Jason was like, dude, as soon as I sent that, went back to the room, I looked at my wife and I was like, fuck. Because he knew the shitstorm it was going to cause, and he wishes he wouldn't have posted it. Because Jason's openly talking about it on the Gypsy Tales, and go check it out. Shout out to Jace here about, hey man, I don't necessarily like that kind of views on me per se. Whether it is good or bad towards me, I don't need that kind of publicity or whatever. I just want to do my thing, stay under the radar as much as I can, whatever. So like I said, and that's the thing that really sucks is that like if Jet did want to do that, what probably should have happened is there probably should have been a text sent from Jet of like, hey man, let's just talk about this next week or whatever. And
Myrtle or whoever posted that post, not a good look, and whoever unfollowed him was not the good look because in today's generation, unfollowing and following, people look at that shit and it's a part of our lives for the most part now.
But that might have actually been him because that's that style generation. Like the rest of us are just like, whatever, bro.
Whoever was on that account, I don't think was Jet.
Probably not, but
also,
I don't know.
Also, I posted a story on my Instagram of the factory bike, and I tagged Jetson 18 on it. It was Jason's bike, and I tagged Jetson 18. Whoever ran the account looked at it.
Sick.
I haven't seen if I've been blocked yet. Hang on.
So
far, I'm only blocked by Barsha.
Jesus. So I don't know, man. It's one of those things we'll never really know. I think everybody's kind of moving on from it. The gist I got from what Jason had posted was this kid's really good. He pulled a dumbass move, which I've done also.
I'm good, boys.
Okay. He pulled a dumbass move, which I've done also. But this is me clapping back, but now I'm done.
Yeah.
And it was the I don't want to fight with you if you don't want to fight with me. But if you come out and
you want to fight, I'm
And
game.
here's the thing
but
is
if you want to
Jet-
fight, like we'll fucking go.
Here's the thing is Jet now knows everybody in the class. That's how it's going to happen if you play that game. And hopefully he's realized now, figured out, like, hey man, I can't play these games with these kids because they're not kids.
Yeah.
It's crazy though, and I don't like this part. I like that he's getting a little bit of taste of some medicine. I don't like the boos. I don't like the boos
Yeah.
from the crowd. I don't like the boos when he hit the deck in the whoops. I'm not all about that. Like, dude,
They didn't boo. They cheered.
Well, cheered. I'm
and
sorry.
I got multiple
I
texts
don't
from
like
people at the
the
race
cheers
of them
when
cheering.
I don't like the cheers when somebody hit the deck. I don't like the boos. Like, look, you're all entitled to do whatever you want. It's a great thing about living here in this country, and you go to these races, you can cheer, boo whoever you want to. I'm not all about that part. Like, especially the cheering when somebody hits the ground.
I'll be really honest here. I think
This isn't fucking WWE.
and this is
Stone
not
Cold
even coming from
316.
a Jet homer. And I know this because I was arguing with people in the comments before we started the show from the video last night.
When do we get to Jet? Who got fifth? Did he get or fourth?
He got
Or fifth?
He got sixth. So we got Sexton in between there. So
let's
Sexton.
hit Sexton real quick.
Okay, so Sexton gets fifth, goes 1:11.2.
What
hits
the hell
deck.
was up with that? With just waving Jet by?
So that's
What
that's what I wanted to talk
That's
about. Like,
interesting.
that is what Jet wanted Jason to do.
What is it? What did Chase do it? Because like everybody,
I
even
don't
Ricky
know.
was like, I don't really
That was
understand
a
that.
weird move.
And like, here's the thing, man. It's not like Jet. Like, yeah, he was closing the gap on Chase, but it's not like Chase was going into the red
Well,
to try
see,
to.
maybe what happened is Chase was pushing a 200-pound wheelbarrow, and Jet was only pushing a 50-pound wheelbarrow.
Oh, that sounds like a quagmire, Travis.
Oh my god! Whatever.
So anyway, I don't know.
That was like he
super
legitimate
weird.
like he did outside
Yeah.
of taking his hand off the bar and going, "Come on, boy."
Yeah.
I'm like, what the? Because I was thinking, and Ricky even made the comment about the one smart thing he said. He's like, "Oh, maybe he's gonna latch onto him and try to mark him and see like where he's
That's
making
kinda
up
what
time."
I thought was gonna happen.
But even then, and that was another thing too. It's not like after Jet got around him, as the main got to about the 10-minute mark, then Jet pulled his gap. But right after that, for about a good 4 or 5 minutes, Chase kept him within about 1.2 second.
Was it a Chase not comfortable with the bike kind of thing?
I
or-
don't get it because,
I
dude,
don't know,
the
'cause
whole
he
night.
crashed a lot last night too.
But he also won the first main walking away.
He did.
Yeah,
The first
looking
main was great.
really,
So it's not like they
Hey.
changed the bike going into the third
However,
main.
there is a common theme of all three guys who won a main last night. They got out front early
Mm-hmm.
and just fucking ran away.
Yeah.
Anybody see that jump he got on that third main?
Yeah.
Because on the inside gate, because he was right in camera view, like that was another jump.
Look, man, he's got
But
that.
he's not
He's
next
got
to the
that. He's got that
doghouse, which is
radio.
weird.
He's got that radio in his ear. It's rigged.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure he's got Michael Essie talking.
No, to be honest, it
Christoph
really is showing me that there's a high probability he has someone counting during gate drops all night.
Yeah.
I mean, why
Because-
wouldn't you?
I mean, I would.
I know a lot of people that go to the local race and do it.
I mean, I would. So
And local Joe Blow that they hired from the corner, he's gonna do 3-2-1 every single
Yeah.
time all day.
yeah,
Like I said, I just don't understand him letting Jet go.
I don't-
'Cause
I
once
don't
you know
get
when
it
Jet
either.
closed up on
That
him,
was-
he just—it's not like he was pressuring Chase into a ton of mistakes, and Chase went into the red to try to keep him behind
No.
him. Jet caught him, but once again, when Jet caught him, Chase was fine. He was out there doing his thing. It's not like he was mistiming shit, blowing corners. He was fine. I'm like, what are you doing,
did
dude?
So
did they show? Did he? So I guess he crashed the third main too. Did they show that on TV?
no, that was only the second main.
No, he crashed the third main.
I
I got
didn't know
text that he went down first set of whoops, third main.
How do you still get second then?
I have no idea. Zero idea.
Yeah,
think
because
that
AP
was
was like a
crashed.
good only a second and a half behind
I think
him.
that was only the second main.
No, I literally got Isaac text me to say, hey, I don't know if they showed it on TV. He crashed in that third main.
No, they didn't.
I think he meant to tell you second.
I'm pretty sure.
Go
he
look
said
at the
that.
lap times. If
All
there's
right,
like a
anyways,
1 minute lap time in there.
What were you
then-
gonna say? You were gonna say something.
How is he passing the eye test for you on the new bike?
Yeah, yeah, clearly because
Oh,
of
no,
what he
it
did.
was it was a second. My bad.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Yeah.
yeah. No,
Relax.
Yeah.
Jesus
Put your knee
Christ.
pads on, buddy.
Oh my god.
What the?
Wow.
No, he's definitely, dude. I really truly believe, and Weege talked about this back at A1. I think this is a new version of Chase 2 all around. Like when he just doesn't have it during the day. Hey man, I'm just gonna go learn, try to dial some blinds in for what the track's gonna be later in the day. Try to
VRM.
work-
It's VRM, baby.
And man,
VRM, baby.
he looks. He looks great on that bike. Seriously, I think he looks great on the KTM.
I still think he's lacking a little bit of comfort. It seems.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think his outright speed. If this was like, if he's right, if Eli's right on him and him and Jet, are 1-2 off the line, that he's gonna be able to hold him for an entire main. Mm-hmm. But dude, what he did in the first main.
Yeah.
That's the section that I thought was going to show up, but he's been very open about
How
not being
bad-
as comfortable in what we thought. So
Is that a fugazi though, to make us so that if something does happen, it's kind of like, oh well, he didn't have the bike.
just kind of setting him
set
up or something.
Just setting it up to exceed expectations, we'll call it.
Well, you could set it up that way, but I think Chase is the type of guy to really tell you how it is. Like, he could have went on a media blackout last year with how shitty things were going.
Yeah.
And he took it to the chin and told everybody, like, hey, it's on me. It's on me. I think he's being genuine with what's going on.
Okay. All right. Okay. So now we're gonna get into sixth place is Jet.
Yeah. So back to whatever your thought was.
Goes
before I said-
7-3-4.
He's gonna go 12-1 or 12-4.
Is he 12-4 now?
I still think he wins 10 to 12 of these.
Look,
You're fucking high.
Okay.
You are so goddamn high.
Look, I'll tell you guys this, and I don't know if I can ever get you on board, but I'm not a Jet homer.
Yeah. Yep. Thanks. I'm aware.
Yes. So
I cover
so everybody
that
out there,
responsibility
I'm
here.
not a Jet homer, but let's be real here. It's the kid's first 450 Supercross season, and arguably, I can't even talk today. What is wrong with me?
CT.
The CT, dude. The most talented field that we've ever seen.
Okay.
He's had one win right off the rip.
Yep.
A shitty round.
Which was a mutter. Yep.
A next one which was kind of shitty, caused some drama, some adversity, some
Got
off
fourth.
the track stuff. Fourth.
Terrible race. We got fourth. Yep.
Okay. This weekend has a triple crown. Goes down in
Sketchy
the first
all
one.
day. Sketchy all day.
That was the sketchiest I've ever seen.
Sketchy
him.
all day.
It was.
Rode over his head the entire day.
He did.
However, dude, he made his way through the pack, got up to third. Like we both said, he's never going to make his way back to the very front, but it's going to be tough for him to get forward. He did make it through the pack. He's only 4 points out of this thing with 13 rounds left.
Isn't he 6? I thought it was
Or
6.
six. Whatever.
Yeah.
He's only going to get better, man.
I know. That's what I'm trying to
Like
say.
all the bullshit that he's dealing with off the track, getting booed in opening ceremonies, like all this stuff he's dealing with, and he's still 6 out.
I still think he's going to get more wins, and he has a shot at this title, obviously. But the 10 to 12 wins, dude, that's not a thing.
That's not gonna be a thing,
and it's
but
going to
I
take
think-
him the whole. Like, he's going to figure it out because he's too talented not to. But he might not figure it out this season.
Yeah,
It might take him another season to figure it out.
Maybe.
I mean, Carmichael's first season.
Everybody's first season was different.
Look, I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying
I mean,
Look,
who's the only guy that McGrath
here.
No,
and Dungy were the only rookie 450 guys to win titles.
yeah, and let's be real. Dungy only won that title because Villapoto yard sailed himself.
Yeah,
and,
look,
and
look.
Stu broke his wrist. So
Yeah.
Look, here's what I'm saying. Okay, we're not on a confidence high right now. Obviously,
You shouldn't be.
Now, the guys did a good job last night because, and I heard this in some other podcast, maybe it was like the Moto 60 or something, that Jason Thomas said, like, they need to stop him this weekend because if he comes back in a dry track, which is what we had, and he wins, then they're going to be in trouble because then all of a sudden it's going to go, oh, well, as long as it's dry, like, I'm fine. And there's a high probability it's going to be dry, you know, or at least not a mutter most weeks.
However, he did look sketchy last
He was
night.
sketchy the whole day.
He did.
The whole day.
And I believe that especially with like the whoops there, like they were saying, like the line choice to go down the right side the entire night. And this is the same thing with like skimming the whoops in the heat race last week. It's like, dude, that is just a rookie or kid, whatever you want to call it, mentality of like, he just doesn't know, okay, like I did it a few laps, it worked, it's made up time, but like, let's just get to the safe zone.
He did try jumping, and look what happened.
Here's-
Yeah. Well, dude, can we talk about
Sorry.
in qualifying there?
I was just gonna say that whole rookie thing though makes me chuckle.
What do you
'Cause-
mean?
Oh, okay.
Like-
Didn't we hear the whole entire outdoor season, and all we've been hearing for the last 3 years is Jet rides way beyond his years, man. He rides like a veteran. Like he doesn't ride like a number 20-year-old.
He does.
So
Well,
you
that
can't
did,
talk out both sides of your
Did.
mouth. It's either one or the other.
I
He's
mean-
clearly a rookie in Supercross,
Dude.
but he went 22-0 outdoors. He's not a rookie to the 450
He
class.
does look more. He does fit the rookie name a little more in Supercross.
Yes,
Yeah.
he does. He's always been looser in Supercross, even when he was winning all his 250 championships. But you can't have it both ways. You can't have your ice cream and eat it too, or your cake and eat it too. You can't call him in one breath outdoors where, oh my God, he's not riding like a normal 20-year-old, and then all of a sudden to go to Supercross to fit the narrative that all of a sudden he's a rookie again. He's either one or the other. Like, you can't have it both ways. That's
Didn't
not
you
how,
just say he was rookie at Supercross? This is his first Supercross, right?
Is he a rookie on a 450? Is he a rookie on a 450?
This is his first.
Not a
is-
rookie on a 450.
This is his
He's not a rookie on a
first.
450.
This is his first
Did
450
he just go
Supercross.
did he just go 22-0 outdoors?
Yes.
Yeah. Is he a rookie on a 450?
So you're saying that Supercross and motocross are the same thing?
No, they're not.
Okay,
but
then
we can't do
then your point's
we
irrelevant.
can't do the rookie. Okay, whatever.
I'd say he's a rookie still.
Then you can't say in one breath though that all of a sudden he rides like a veteran, and then because he crashed a couple times, then now he's back to being a rookie. He still
I
can
see what
ride
you
with
mean.
veteran
I see what you
savvy,
mean. You need
but
to
makes
pick
mistakes. You
need
got
to
to pick one or the
you
other.
got to pick one or the other. Yeah, I'm with you on that, but I'm on the other.
He is a rookie. He is a rookie to Supercross, but you can't say because he's having some crashes that
Yeah,
all of a
when
sudden.
we get to outdoors, I'm not going to call him a fucking rookie. He's going to
when he
be the
gets to
defending
outdoors.
yeah,
champ.
because
that went
he's going to go to
22-0.
outdoors. He's going to win 22-0, so he's not a rookie anymore.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. It's not his first year outdoors on the 450. Like, I don't understand your point here.
My point's pretty clear. It's either he is a veteran, he rides with veteran savvy, but he makes mistakes, or he's a rookie.
So he's a rookie.
Then he's a rookie. Call him a rookie. Don't say when he rides well that he rides like a veteran, and then the weekends that he crashes, he rides like a rookie. You can't have it
he's
both
a-
ways.
I don't believe
I
veteran
get to what
savvy
you're
has
saying
come
to a
out of my
certain point.
mouth for this Supercross season.
But everybody
Yes,
said it for
did.
outdoors, so he's either one or the other. You don't just all of a sudden, because you go into a different discipline, all of a sudden you forget how to ride a dirt bike. Is he the most naturally talented dude riding on a
wait,
450?
hold on,
I'm
pause.
kind of opposite because
Pause.
Supercross is such a fucking different
So,
animal.
It is,
He's
and
always
it's totally
different how to
different,
ride a dirt
wait,
bike.
hold on. So when Rick Johnson went and started racing trucks, was he not a rookie in trucks because he raced dirt bikes before?
What do trucks have anything to do with riding
I
a
mean,
dirt
you're,
bike? Two
you're
totally different
comparing
things.
apples and oranges
Are we
here with
still riding dirt
motocross
bikes?
and Supercross.
Are we still riding
here.
dirt bikes? Is he still one of the
And
most
it's-
naturally
and it's
talented
two-
dudes?
Yeah, that's a terrible
It's two
one.
different.
It's terrible.
It's
Trucks
two
is
different
terrible.
disciplines.
Is he still riding a dirt bike? Is he still the most naturally talented dude on the gate?
So look,
does he still
it's-
know how to ride and do triples and hit whoops?
Are
and
they
like make-
are they the same or are they different? Because if they're different, then he's a rookie in Supercross.
He is a rookie in Supercross, but don't
Yes.
give me the weekends that he wins.
I
all
haven't
of a sudden
said that. No one has said that with Supercross.
Oh my God. Okay.
Hang on, I just want to say the Lions are playing really, really well.
Thanks. In 450 Supercross, not once has anybody said that he rides with veteran savvy
Everybody
in
going into the
Supercross.
season was like, "Oh man, dude, because he rides like this and he doesn't ride like a normal rookie on a
going
450."
into the season prior to
and then
the
they
first
got into
four rounds.
and then they got into the season and they realized that, oh man, how about we just still say he can ride with veteran mentality, but he still makes mistakes like a rookie. We don't just because he has a bad race, all of a sudden he's a rookie. We can't throw it out there every weekend he has a bad race and then when he has a good race. Kind of like all we heard after A1 was he did what he normally did at outdoors. He got a start, he managed the gap, but he wasn't a rookie.
Did he not do that?
He did, and then guess what? The last 3 rounds have been a struggle bus.
Okay.
He can still ride with a veteran mentality and still make mistakes. I don't want to hear, oh my God, because he has a bad round, he's just a rookie now. I feel like you don't understand what I'm saying, but I clearly know that you do.
I mean,
Hey, who got fifth?
Chase Sexton.
Okay, who got seventh?
Who did? Ken Roxon?
Ken Roxon got seventh?
I don't.
No, Eli.
Hold on, I want
I
to.
don't know.
No,
Let's talk about that
I want to
person's name.
figure. I want to figure this out here because
We're never going to figure it out. You two are running into a wall like this.
I'm just very confused because he is a rookie 450 Supercross guy. Okay, when he goes to outdoors, we're not a rookie anymore. We've raced an outdoor season. We are not a rookie on a 450 outdoors. We're not a rookie at the SMX rounds. That's fine, no problem. But we're a rookie at 450 Supercross. So I don't understand how it's an issue to say that he's a rookie at Supercross.
I get what he's saying. He's saying just stick with the same thing. For all the homers that are calling him a veteran because of his outdoor season, don't use that as an excuse to go back to when he sucks dick in Supercross.
Exactly. It's pretty simple, dude, and you know it is.
So
It's simple. It's very simple.
So we aren't allowed to say that he
No.
rides like a veteran in Supercross.
No, you
when he
are.
does something that's
you are.
veteran.
You are if you took that stance during outdoors. If you took that stance, he's saying is whoever took that stance needs to stick with that stance
Yes.
instead of having something to fall on.
Just because he has a bad round or he struggles, going back to that. But then if he goes and wins Detroit this weekend and he gets a start and he walks away, and then all of a sudden everybody's like, "Oh, he's riding with the veteran mentality.
Yeah,
he's managing gaps." It's one or the other.
So
Basically, I look like an asshole if I'm like, "Oh, he's not a rookie. He rides like a veteran. He is the most veteran rider we've ever seen during all of outdoors." And now we go into Supercross and A1. We're all saying the same thing. And as soon as he has a bad round, well, oh, he's a rookie. It's just making an excuse.
It's a built-in excuse.
It's a fan making an excuse.
Yes, it's
All
pretty
right.
simple, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when he has a bad
Oh, boy.
round,
Oh
it's
my
just,
God! He
wait,
won't let it
no,
go.
no,
Hey,
I'm just-
Detroit
I'm
scored
just-
again.
I'm
Detroit
just-
scored again.
I'm just clarifying.
No
here.
way,
So
dude.
so
Yeah.
when he has a bad round,
We're going
You
to
can't
I
say he's a
cannot
rookie.
say he's a rookie.
No, because you were one of those people that was on board with
I
he
just
rides.
have to say, oh, he had a bad round.
Yes.
Super Bowl, Super
You
Lions.
can't do the rookie thing.
Okay.
Because you
I
can't
mean,
have
I
you-
think it's a stupid argument we're having
Yeah,
here.
have
You
another
only
great-
think it's stupid because you're on the other side of it.
I mean, I just don't understand. Like, we're clearly just stating a fact of he is a rookie. So, like,
All right, who's
yes, he
in
rides
next?
with a veteran mentality, but he
You
is a
can't
rookie.
have say he's a rookie when he has a bad round. He could still be a veteran mentality, but he just had a bad round. The rookie excuse is out the door. It's out the door.
This man's got CTE.
I know he
I
does.
mean-
He has probably had some concussions in his day.
I mean, I probably have. Yeah, there's a lot of times I
You
think
get
back
what I'm
to how I
saying,
felt.
dude. You just
I
aren't.
get-
I mean,
get what he's saying.
I guess I understand it. I'm confused by it still because, like, I just don't. I mean, whatever. It's whatever. I'm
Who got
not
seven?
gonna continue the argument over it because I'm whatever. Dude, whatever, bro. Okay, we didn't have a good round last night. Okay, we did
there's some
things.
flaws in
we
his
did
game.
we did things we shouldn't have
He's
there. We
not-
should have quit skimming the right side of the whoops there, as
He-
Ricky
he
said.
had
He
some
was,
to
flaws.
trying,
Razor's
he was
edge.
trying to jump through him, and that's when he
He
crashed.
had some
so.
flaws, and Jet is not untouchable.
Okay, but was anybody impressed by how he was doing that first whoop section in qualifying there with like the wheel
Everybody
tap
did it.
4-4? Like
Everybody did.
Sexton was doing it.
What do you mean everybody did it?
Plessinger was doing it. Fucking the 250 class was doing it.
Okay, all right, okay, all right.
What race
all right.
was he watching?
I don't know.
know.
Apparently, I watched a different one. 'cause-
Apparently.
Tomac, instead of tapping, was going, brah,
Sexton
bah,
was doing
bah,
it.
and
Sexton
then
was
in.
doing it in the first main.
Yeah, they were all doing
Okay.
it.
Okay. All right. Great. Cool. Super. I mean, I watch different races apparently.
Apparently he does.
Ah.
Dude, he does have CTE.
Okay. All right.
You are cum drunk.
Yeah. So Kenny gets 7th with a 3.610.
Kenny wants to fight Freddie Norton.
I seen that. That
What
was
the?
gnarly.
What?
If you ever do that again, I'm gonna beat your ass.
Yeah, he called him out on his Instagram.
Kenny
story.
told
really?
Freddie Norton that if he ever did what he
Oh,
did,
I did see that. Yes.
Kenny, why are we going straight to
Oh,
Instagram,
boy.
man? Why are we going straight to
That's the
Instagram?
world we live in.
it's
hopefully,
fantastic.
Hopefully, Jet grabs his helmet.
Yeah. Oh my God. It'll just pick back up in
Oh,
Chicago.
so great.
Like, yeah, like Freddie, how long have you been riding? Like, if you ever do that again, I'm gonna beat your ass. Kenny, you can't fight, bro. You can't fight. Stop.
Get him in the ring, dude.
Let's
Stop.
do it.
Jake Paul.
Anyway, man, I really thought he was going to have a better night. That really sucks in the first corner in that last one because I think he was going to be a podium guy.
It's
But
got
you
that
look
husky luck, bro.
you look at that. Anderson locked up the front wheel not to tee Jet up. If you look
Yeah.
at it, Anderson could have really hit Jet hard, locked up the front wheel, and it was just a domino effect.
Yeah.
And Kenny was on the shitty end of it. So nothing
Yep.
you can do. But man, he had a lot of fight in that first main, going back and forth with Anderson, and ultimately taking the third place position from Anderson.
Does
so.
Kenny have to get on the box soon before this starts spiraling? I mean, on the box in the sense that like he's got to be up there battling for the win.
I think, well, how many points? He's about the furthest out.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
way out. He
Yeah.
is. Let's see here, 8th. He's got 57 points. I don't know what that is
Man,
compared
that's
to.
crazy because he's had a podium, that awesome ride in the mud. What
Dude,
happened
his
to
heat race in the A1, he walked away from everybody.
Yeah,
He is 23.
Oh, he's out. He's done.
Down.
yeah, but I do think we see some podiums
Yeah.
and
So
at least a
so
win
title contender out, podium and possible race winner. I'm still in on.
I'm in.
Until-
But do you think
I mean-
he's got? I mean, he's got the podium. He got the podium in the mud.
Yeah.
But I meant, let me clarify, podium in the sense that
In
he
the
needs,
dry.
Yeah, he needs to get a podium in the dry. Do you think he needs to get one though before this starts spiraling? Like if we go like another 4 rounds and he doesn't get one,
Nah, dude, Kenny's one of
I
those
think
guys.
he's
I think
fine.
he
I
can
think
just come
he's
out
just-
any random round and just fucking
Even-
wick it, dude.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah,
you guys?
We know he's done that.
Did you guys also hear his interview with Lewis
Nope.
about something that we all kind of knew?
He's
the
on a meat
depression.
diet?
No, the depression that he was going through, and
Oh,
the fact
I-
that he has been dealing with Epstein-Barr.
Yeah, I mean, I did hear something somewhat.
I mean,
about it.
we all knew about the depression thing, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, apparently like he's just fatigued, which due to his immune system shot. So, it's not
Which I mean, he's been that way. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That he's been saying the same thing over and over again since the arm.
But I don't feel like we've heard it as much in the last year, though.
No, last year we didn't hear anything about it. To be honest,
That's what- I guess that was
yeah,
my point.
because last year all we heard about was the bike being new.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I like Kenny, but you kind of can see every year there's something.
All I'll say is, Kenny, don't try to fight Freddie Norton.
High probability ends up on Ducati in 26.
Oh yeah,
That's
for sure.
That was talked about this
Yeah,
week.
I
Like
totally
he
agree.
is the
I
guy
agree.
they're talking
I
to.
agree for sure.
So,
I can see that.
all right. Justin Cooper goes 10.56 for 8th, fastest qualifier.
by almost half a second.
On
We-
the
feet-
last lap.
Feet off. I mean, did you see that? His feet coming off there on that single out onto the straight, like in front of mechanics area. Yeah, dude. Like came up through a rut, dragged both his feet off. I mean, like Superman onto the straight there. Wild. I don't know where the fuck that came from. I was watching actually something from the week before. Oh, the Yamaha beyond the gate. Yeah, and dude, seeing him get that start, it just kind of clicked in my mind of like, man, this might be the start of the upward trajectory for him to get like towards that top 5 guy.
He was
thing.
in there.
I mean, outside
He's
of
been
last
better
weekend,
than Hunter.
Yeah.
yeah, Hunter's been looking like Dookie butt.
I got some inside info on Hunter.
Here's the thing. I honestly think I think J Coop's going to be better outdoors.
Yeah, I think he'll
I
be
think so,
really good
too.
outdoors too. And I think again, man, I
I think
guess
he's
I
going to
was
be beating Hunter.
I was underestimating the whole Ricky Gilmore being involved thing.
He's got my lit kit for yesterday.
Dude, he's,
that black with the neon
bright-
yellow boots.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
I like that
here's
a
the
lot.
thing. The one thing I'll say, and don't get me wrong, I definitely did not. I will not claim that I saw J Coop even getting one fast qualifier.
No,
But I
was looking
will.
at my
I
bingo
will.
card.
I
He's
will.
never been known for that on the 250 being a fast qualifier.
I'll
guy
counter
either.
that though to say he's never been a fast qualifier in Supercross. He's done it in outdoors.
Right.
So obviously, once again, never did it really in Supercross. But if that bike is dialed in, man, and he can translate what works for him outdoors as far as like why all of a sudden he can just click on any given lap,
Yeah.
could see more of it.
Yeah, he man, I told you this too. That he was going to be the most impressive rookie.
He probably will.
He's solid, man.
Dude,
Outside of
I'm
last
just-
weekend, he's been solid.
I'm just on
God,
it.
you're
this year.
killing it this
I'm
year.
just killing it.
You're killing it. Now we can go back a couple of years and I can pull some clips of you just being a fucking moron in the preview because trust me, that's there for all of us. So, all right. So Dylan Ferrandis goes 8:15.7 for 9th. He said he struggled with traction all night last
And
night.
it starts-
Just get to outdoors.
This starts.
I mean, yeah, he just was like, yeah, I couldn't get any traction on that hard pack, so he's like, we're gonna have to do some testing and figure that out.
Hey
But-
man, that front end just does not.
tires.
Hey, it's that front end, man. It's a Chase Sexton just trickle down effect.
Hey, however,
he was talking about rear grip.
Wow. Well,
The front, I think, is fine.
however, he did pull the practice hole shot by a pretty good margin.
Yeah, he did. That was pretty impressive.
definitely.
And I was like,
Did you
oh,
get your
he's
feet
in it.
off my side of the table there.
He got
dude?
that Lawrence start match.
I honestly think though, maybe his starts just weren't there though too though.
No.
He had good starts all 3 rounds leading up to last
I mean,
night.
let's be real. When has Ferrandis ever been known for his starts?
No.
No, but all of a sudden he could start for 3 rounds in a row, which was weird. Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's just carry that into outdoors.
Yep.
The little battle that was it the first main, yeah, when Jet was coming through, between him, Jet, and Hunter. I was like, oh, this is what the week probably looks like.
Yeah,
usually
yeah.
at the end of it.
Yeah.
You know, Jet being behind, then Jet pulling away a little bit at the end, Dylan
Mm-hmm.
just being there in second, and Hunter just pulling up the rear.
Being there.
Yep. Okay. So Stu, 11:10.9 for 10th.
The panic button is
Signs of
now
Stu.
gone. Yep. Thank
Fastest
God.
qualifier there?
You guys
And at least one session, yeah.
That race did it for you, really?
No.
No,
Oh,
But at least there was
I was
something.
about to say, I was
it's
like,
a
holy-
little sliver
Bro,
of hope for the man.
He didn't crash in the first 2 straights and end up 21st. So
High side going down a straightaway.
Like
That
in,
was-
in the top 10.
that was better.
the seeing him be on top of the board or at least in the top 5 for pretty much every qualifying session definitely took some of the panic I have away. But I do need to see him put in more consistent laps in qualifying
Yeah.
because he just did it once and then he never did it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
I mean, small win for him, though.
Yeah.
I was going to say, let's just get the ship righted here at this point, which, okay, next week, if
Whoops
he comes
still-
out
Whoops
top
still
10,
aren't great, though.
no. If he comes out top 10s next week, then, okay, cool.
Even
the
when
ship's
there's just
at
a
least
solid
righted.
rut.
How about this, though? And you'll be on board with this.
Okay.
When does the injury come so he doesn't have to ride outdoors?
Ooh, great question.
Round
Probably,
12,
that depends. If we have another
Heat
real shit
2,
round, probably way early, and then
round
we're
12,
just fishing.
heat 2, lap 3.
Okay, all right.
45 seconds into it.
Okay.
I
right,
think it's
stamp
going to mysterious during the week one.
Probably.
You know what? They should just tell him, yeah, you got to ride outdoors no matter what.
Probably. All
Because
right.
Christians has to.
Hunter goes 9.9.12 for 11th.
How much
just
longer
been-
before we hit the panic button on Hunter?
I'm not hitting it,
it
yet,
isn't.
but it's just been a little.
It isn't going to get any better.
It's just been a little flat.
He has issues going on.
like
health
mentally or
issues.
physical?
Physical.
Yeah.
Like he's sick again?
He'd
We'll
always
talk
had
about it
those
later.
anyway.
No.
I don't want to blow anybody out too much.
Wow.
If you go back and watch the live show, I touch on it a little bit. Yeah, there's some major issues going on there.
So this is like 2021 all over again?
something like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool. That's great.
Remind,
So his-
remind me after the show.
So his whole season's shot then. That's awesome.
Let me
If this is-
let me make a note.
If this is 2020, if this is 2021 all over again, then y'all can just don't expect Hunter to do shit until 2025.
Probably not.
Yeah, it's just his body's readjusting or something.
Well, he was
it's-
dealing with some really bad shit in 2021.
Yeah,
His
well,
body was rejecting.
yeah, we'll talk about it, but I wouldn't expect to see a whole bunch more.
Oh, that's
compared
awesome.
to
Well,
this.
glad he's got a more than a 1-year deal.
Okay.
At least he's got a couple championships to take to the bank.
Yeah,
No
so
shit. And a nice
Prado goes 12-8-15 for 12th.
Hey, this experiment went really well.
That was my question for you guys. How did this go?
Good.
I thought it went really well. He was
pop-
right
yeah.
there in the mix in that 2nd main.
Now he did fade from
He did.
whole shot to
He did.
12th or 13th.
Yeah,
whatever
but
it
he was in
but-
that freight train right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Jet went by and he's like, "You kissed my sister," and he passed
Dude,
it right
and
back.
he
Did you see
leaned on
that?
it.
He did,
leaned
yeah.
on him all the way down the straightaway.
Yep.
He's like, "Hey, man, when he's in the pack, he didn't spaz out."
He
No.
fought. He
Which-
fought him back.
Yeah.
Which is kind of one of Jorge's issues outdoors. When he gets in a battle with somebody where he
Yeah.
can't just latch onto them or walk away from them, he starts spazzing out a little bit and starts riding a little bit over his head, and he looked fine. Which is the one thing that I will, and it's kind of the same thing I said about Tom. How do you deal when you're in the pack and things aren't rolling downhill for you?
Yeah.
How do you react? And he was fine. And if he's going to be able to do it in Supercrosses, he's going to be fine.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I like everything I've seen. The first round, I mean, bike looked stiffed, but it looked like the bike got a little better each round. Obviously, the mud rounds don't really tell a lot, but dude, top 10s, battling,
Decent
learning
starts.
the pace, a heat race win.
And the chassis was the biggest thing, too, because they run their stuff so soft over the GPs.
Yeah, he's signed, sealed, and delivered.
Oh,
Yeah,
for sure.
100%.
See you, in,
100%.
see you in 2025, Jorge.
And I think the biggest thing that he stuck around for A2 for is because he was top 10 in points and got to experience opening ceremonies.
Probably.
Well, not only that, but the first round of the GP is going to get canceled.
Oh, okay. Well, so maybe he'll be in Detroit?
No,
No.
he's got to go back at
He's
some
got,
point.
he
got to go back
left.
at some point.
He left today.
Yeah, he's got to go back at
Or,
some point.
you know, you got his flight confirmation?
He's-
Yeah, he said it in an interview the other day.
He's
He
got
leaves.
he's got some animals in Tim Geiser and Hurlings and Febvre that he's got to worry about.
Yeah.
Yeah, Febvre. How about Sewer on the Cowie?
How about Koldenhoff on a Fantic?
I mean, how about Sewer on the Cowie?
That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully he doesn't hit the ground as much as Febvre does.
Yeah. Cowies
No.
look good, though. That's all I know.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Oh, no, they scored.
He's,
It's in the script.
No, it definitely went well. If I'm him, I definitely have some positives to look at and go, hey, man.
There's a lot of positives to grab.
Yeah.
So it'll
Okay.
be, let's see. MX of Nations is October 6th. He'll be in California on October 8th.
Yep, probably.
Yeah. No, I give him a lot of credit, man, stepping into the 450 class, too. Most of those GP guys always go straight to 250s. So
Yeah. Barsha goes 13, 16, 11 for 13th.
Still not healthy.
This is just kind of...
Just where it's going to be until he
Yeah, it's gonna start
gets
getting
himself
better.
back in shape. Yeah, I
Might be
think
good in
it'll
Detroit.
progressively get better.
He's always been kind of up and down in Detroit. He's had
Yeah.
some good rounds there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Craig goes 17, 12, 13 for 14th. I mean, it's kind of like Mookie. At least we didn't finish last this week.
I mean, when I saw him in the ground in that first one, I was
Oh, I
like,
know.
oh, boy.
I was
I
like,
just-
here we go again.
I've literally not at any point that I've watched Christian ride that we've actually been able to see him ride. And I'm going to talk about during the week.
Oh, watch a press day video.
I've
He looks
not
stiff.
I've not seen anything out of him that has given me like, yeah, no, they're definitely on an upward trajectory.
It's
Yeah.
not like when you watched him on that star bike and it was like, wow.
yeah.
You know, no, he needs off that bike.
I think he's making phone calls
And the
here.
thing is too, with the way his style, his technique, you talk about the stiffness, the way he has that more straight up and down
He looks
style
stiff
and
on that
arched
thing,
back.
yeah.
That compounds it. That makes it so much
Does
worse with a style like that.
does he go replace AC at Cowie
Ooh, never thought about that.
Yeah, that might be a
for
good
next
one.
year? 1 year only deal?
I could see that.
Well, Fortner's going there, so that'd be a 3-man team then.
Yeah, 1 year only deal.
Yeah.
But
it would
I could
be
see it. Or
'cause-
maybe
'cause they're
Firepower
gonna-
Honda, the brand that rebuilds champions.
Because they're gonna have budget there.
that would
Cowie's gonna have budget?
Yeah.
No, they just bought a Super Bowl commercial. Come on.
AC's not gonna be there next year though, so
Yeah, but the Super Bowl commercial probably paid AC salary for
Yeah,
the next
more-
5
more
years.
than likely, yeah.
I didn't think about that. That would be interesting. I
Because
like
they're not.
Christian.
Let's face it. There's no extra budget coming out for Fork there.
No, 'cause that's been in the
so
leaks
that's
for like 10
been
years.
in the budget.
I would like to see Christian get another shot on a bike that's not a Husky because we saw how well he was on the Star 450.
Mm-hmm.
But I almost would like to see somebody, if they're going to take that ride, it be a multi-year deal.
Or does Bobby Reagan all of a sudden come out and just bust out a little bit more money and have a 4-man 450 team
Who knows?
for next
Oh,
year? So, all right. Justin Hill,
Car dealerships are doing well.
16, 13, 14 for 15th. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding, dude. I'm totally kidding. I don't give a damn.
Vince Freeze goes 15, 14, 16 for 16th.
Well, Vince is back on a 250 this weekend. So.
Good
Yeah.
fucking rider. Oh, we get 250 Deegan.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah, we
Yeah,
get
he's going-
250
We're
Freeze and
gonna
Deegan.
talk about that.
He's going 250s and Freckles going to the 450.
I can't wait.
Chiz 14,
Oh, wait,
20.
wait.
Oh, sorry.
I just want to ask you guys something. This doesn't really matter.
Freckles not riding 450, by the way.
When did that change?
He
was supposed to be
said
on
it in an interview last night. I'm pretty sure
then
that's
they
what I
must,
heard.
Oh, then they must have changed it
I
because at the beginning of the season. Well, then we've had. it all the time.
Mumford probably was like, I want to ride the 450.
No, I don't
Do you
think he
you
is
would-
either.
Do you think that'd be a terrible idea? Do you think my question would have been because Oldenburg was supposed to, but whatever, shit changes. If he was going to,
Mm-hmm.
do you think he would have been just as good as Vince or better?
Ooh, great question. Probably on the same level.
Okay.
To be honest with you, with the way the season's gone for everybody,
You agree with that?
They both haven't. They both. Yeah.
Oldenburg's good, but I don't see him really jumping ahead of a lot of these guys
Okay.
who are ahead of Vince here.
I like Freckle.
I think
he's a
he'd
good
just
dude.
be in that same realm, like
yeah, probably in the same
I
area.
think he's a good dude.
Down in that
13,
Chiz area.
yeah.
All right, cool.
So Chiz goes 14, 20, 19 for 17.
Just totally hammering the left side of the whoops.
Just hammering.
When they were just shit.
Just
during
chizzing
practice.
everywhere.
Just chizzing everywhere. Just chizzing
Down on the
everywhere.
ground
Yeah.
in one deal. He
Did
must be
get
all
taken
right
out
after
by-
going
has-
through the wall.
Has
Yeah.
not got taken out by Cade Clayson or Freddie Norton at any point this year yet.
Yep.
So that's a plus.
Shane Sins goes 19, 17, 18 for 18.
Shane-
Said it was
Shane,
terrible.
dude, I heard him after he was on a high after he got that fourth.
Bro.
Pulp and was like, I'm gonna be in it now.
He
Yeah.
needs to shave whatever the hell he's got going
Nah,
on.
no, it's fine.
He doesn't
dude.
have anything to shave.
Nah, it's
No,
good.
I thought he's got like a little mustache.
Oh, yeah, he's
Oh,
got
you're
the
talking down
handlebars.
there.
Handlebars
Yeah.
going.
What the fuck?
He's got the handlebars
Oh,
going.
dude.
Nope.
Wow, that was garbage.
Freddie goes 2018, 20 for 19th. Him and Kenny are going to fight.
Does he have the gloves on?
Oh, dude. We're going to talk about that too.
What?
I was just gonna say luckiest way to make it into
Two. Yeah.
Oh.
because fucking J Rod had to be a.
He could have waited. That was rough.
No, not J Rod. Rod Bell.
Yeah,
I
J-Rod.
call him J Rod.
Justin Rodbell.
Justin Rod Bell.
Do you know his first name?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Bell
J-Rod.
Rod, Justin Rod.
I've literally
okay.
talked to the guy.
Yeah, we
yeah.
have. Rod Bell. Anyways, I just didn't. I'm like,
I always
dude,
call
what-
him Rod Bell,
I'm like,
so.
what are you doing, man? What are you doing?
Dude, I know.
That
He
was
should have been
early.
patient.
That was early.
Yeah.
Oh, my
another
God.
another corner. Well, then the thing was I thought what's his nuts went down too, and then all of a sudden I see him still.
Calancian?
No. Who's
John
the other?
Short?
Who's the other beta kid that he
Benny
went
Bolts.
into?
Oh, John Short.
John Short.
John
and
Short,
Benny
yeah.
Bolts. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I thought Short went down, and then next thing Short's still riding further up on the track. I'm like, oh, never mind, he didn't go down. Yeah, Rod Bell just rushed it.
I thought it was going to be the winner of Rodbell.
Dude, I thought so too.
Dude,
but-
and he would have like. Let's be real, man. He was gonna pass Short.
yeah,
Like he was gonna pass.
Yeah.
Him. He
Oh,
caught
yeah.
it from like 7 seconds back.
yeah. Benny, 18, 19, 21, possible collarbone injury or something. He had an X-rayed, I guess, after the race, but he's got to go get a different X-ray now.
Ready to see
So
Not
Cole Nichols
surprised
at some
anymore,
point.
man.
No.
Ready to
not
see
at
Cole
all.
Nichols at some point, but we're gonna be waiting on that one.
Not at
You
all.
clipped that thing on Instagram, and Tevin Tapia commented and was all pissed that we were talking shit about Benny.
Whatever, dude. Whatever. Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Tevin Tapia
Tevin Tapia
said something, and then Bloss liked it, and
Bloss did like something.
well, he liked the post, and
Yeah.
then he liked the comment of Tevin like backing him up because we were like,
oh, I don't know, I
Tevin
didn't see.
Tevin
Whatever.
is a douche.
Jesus Christ. Well, there
Tevin
goes
is a-
clip that.
clip that. There goes that one.
Tevin is a snaggletooth douche.
Oh, boy.
I have problems with
Easy.
Tevin Tapia. This dates back a long time ago.
Easy.
This dates
Steal
back to
your
like
girl?
Yeah,
this
he like-
dates back to like 2007.
Try to bang you or like what happened?
No,
here?
he just got salty at Oak Hill one time, and
Oh, boy.
Lyman can tell you about this. He got salty and he wanted to try to throw some shade because the people we were hanging out with didn't want to hang out with.
Look,
him,
this
whatever.
just doesn't surprise me with Benny
so
anymore.
he didn't like
so
fit in the click.
oh,
no,
boy.
you're snaggletooth.
We're still on this. Oh boy.
Easy.
Let's just finish
Bro,
this here. Oh my
whatever.
god.
He
Okay.
got
all right.
braces.
All
Yeah,
right.
because his sponsor,
Okay.
his team is whatever. dude.
Okay. All right. Let's just stop.
His sponsor got a brace.
Derek
Yeah.
Drake goes 21, 21, 17 for 21st.
Who?
Derek Drake.
Oh, that
Look, man,
sucks.
Yeah.
I like seeing.
He's
I
had a
like
good-
seeing him in the mains though.
Yeah,
I
he's
do.
had a good year. This is really
I mean,
positive
dude,
for
he
him.
had a great outdoors.
Yeah.
I think he's one of those guys that may be able to, as long as the bike stays together, could claw himself off a privateer island.
Probably.
Where do you think he would go? I agree with that totally, but where do you think he would go?
Not sure. I think we're gonna go
Maybe
from
like a Triumph or a second tier guy.
yeah,
Maybe he
like
can take
he
Evan
could go.
Ferry's
He
spot.
could go to like an MCR or something like that. I think.
Yeah, get rid of Mumford.
No,
Maybe
he's
Maybe
got
go
too
to
much-
club. Get rid of Jet Reynolds.
something like that.
yeah, yeah.
Club,
Get rid of Jet Reynolds.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how that experiment goes this weekend.
Yep. And then Luke Kalatzian goes DNF, DNS, DNS for 22nd.
Ripped a great start in the LCQ,
LCQ,
though.
man. That was great.
Didn't see that coming.
Nope.
Some good numbers on the scorecard there. Good thing he's not getting points.
Yep. Let's see here, and then so that's the results. Anybody want to talk about Dino not qualifying for the main? That's rough. Poor
Yeah,
Dino.
Dino is bummed, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I bet him and Anderson just love the fact that Dirt Works builds those left-handed rollers.
Yeah.
That was super interesting with
I
the
hate
track,
those. I hate
like
those. I think
the
they're so
rollers
stupid.
through the corners there. That was interesting.
Like outside
for me.
of in the far side where an AP was doing this, I think in the second main where he was instead of going off, he was dropping in and then
And
doubling.
just kinda doubling,
Like,
yeah.
dude, it's such a slow seat section. You can't get the lean angle. Like,
Yeah.
literally, you're just kind of floating to the outside. They're dumb. They don't really. Like, if you had the line on someone,
I mean, it was different. Made
it was,
made
and
it more
it separated
interesting.
him, but.
Well, Dean got into Bloss, and Bloss's big ass elbow got the front brake. It looked
And
like.
then, yeah, and then Clayson just came out of nowhere and just like fucking.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
And
Cade
then
had such a bad day
Anderson kinda
too.
rushed it and hit the back tire, and that was his fault too. So.
Yeah.
Bummer for AC too, by the way.
Yeah.
with the
AC
finger.
out.
He's out for a
the-
couple weeks.
I don't know. They
The finger's
supposedly.
been broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been able to just tough it out in the mud.
Is it
Yeah.
the whole finger? Or is it like the?
I don't know. I'm
That-
not 100%. I haven't
that's
heard
Prado's
anything.
Prado ran into him,
Yeah.
really?
which
I
is a
didn't know
bummer, man. That was a very low morale post from AC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That
I
wasn't.
feel for the guy.
I do
man.
too, man.
Really sucks.
I do
Yeah.
too.
So.
But again, he's got his exit strategy. He'll be all right.
Well,
Yeah.
at least good old John Kuzo didn't make a dumbass post.
This is true too. This is true too.
Who did I see replace Kuzo?
I don't know.
Anybody could replace
Oh,
Kuzo.
it was fucking arena cross guy, Dave Janolfi.
Oh, I love Dave Janolfi.
Yeah,
boy.
he's
Cabs are
100%
here.
100%
Love
guy.
that
now.
guy.
All right, that's been your 450 race recap brought to you by Gutterworks. Always well hung, just like Justin Barsha and Jason Anderson. And Jet? We've been
I
waiting
don't know,
for-
man. I don't know.
Stop.
if
We've
it's
been waiting for you to talk about Jet's
I don't know,
dick
man.
here.
There's
Yeah, we were. He even said he's like, yeah, Cole's not here, and he's
Cole's
the only one that knows
who's
like
had
penis
Oh, I
Yes.
did
links.
watch that part, but there's.
Oh,
did you see my
God.
comment on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
the
yeah.
other head.
Yeah, yep. His other head's making his other one get bigger because it's.
Oh,
yeah.
God. All right.
But
Stop.
hang on, let me
Ah.
Stop. Stop.
Matt, oh,
Stop.
I
boy.
don't know. I seen a photo of Craig. That might be Photoshop though.
Oh, boy. Anyway, all right.
Yeah,
so
I saw the same photo.
450 race recap.
Yeah? Did you? What'd you think?
Boy. Okay, that's enough. So we're going to take a quick break here because I got to take a leak, and we'll come back with 250s for the West Coast to wrap up. We'll talk
give him some
futures.
East.
We'll talk Ducati. We'll talk 250 East.
You got a rant?
And we'll, yeah, sure can.
Oh boy.
Sure can. You might want to
You
exit stage left.
You
No, I'm just
stupid
kidding.
asshole.
Probably about me.
So anyway, all right. So we'll be right back after this break. All right, and we are back here. All right, where do you guys want to go next?
We just want to talk about how Justin and I are gonna start being NASCAR fans.
Okay.
And maybe we're gonna start a NASCAR pod
Okay.
I would definitely
Great.
talk
No
called
problem.
the NASCAR Aftermath Show.
I would
Perfect.
I would definitely talk some auto racing, some IndyCar, Formula One. some NASCAR.
We'll just add it to the network. The
You
Empire.
watch 24 Hours Daytona? Any
I
of
asked
it?
him if
He was
he
just
did,
talking
and he
about-
said no. Did you watch any of it?
I watched about 15 or 20 minutes last night while I was in the
make
shower.
does it really make you want to drive a GTD Pro car at some point in your life?
I mean, I would like to drive any car
You know
like
who
that.
I could see driving a car like that someday, and he's already expressed interest.
Who's that?
Tilmac.
For sure, because of his Porsche.
Well, that, but he just like he went out and did some cup car
Yeah.
driving.
Oh, yeah.
GT Cup.
I will say this, even though I know that they are definitely the tip of the top in endurance racing and that form of racing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would ever actually want to drive a GTP
Really?
car though.
Why not?
Just, dude, I don't know, man. Kind of just seems like there's way too much going on in there.
Seems like a lot of fun.
Whereas like the Lexuses and the Ferraris and the Lambos, the GTD, I'm like, yeah, I'm all about that.
You can buy a lot of those. I actually found one of those.
Oh, picked off interception,
Can we,
baby.
I actually found one of those Lamborghini cars for sale for about $250,000.
All right, so
Even a
let's
poor man
find
can
someone
sign
to
his
buy
name.
it for us, and we'll go to Gingerman.
Yeah, sure.
And then when
no
something
problem.
breaks, we'll never drive it again.
Maybe we can talk Jed into buying it, become friends with him, and go to the track.
Yeah, I
and
mean, with
drive
that
it.
$13 million he's making.
Cool amount of money. Okay, so you guys want to go 250 wrap up, futures, or Ducati?
Let's go with Ducati first because
Okay.
we'll talk about the racing last.
Okay, so obviously Ducati bike release came out this week, which is amazing. They're not going to race for 2 years, but we have a bike. Try and
Well,
take
they're
note.
supposed to be doing GPs next year, though.
Triumph's marketing
All right,
was
so they're not
good.
they're not doing any racing like on the big stage, but
Yes.
they are doing the Italian series with
Yes.
Lupino.
Yes.
Wait,
So
is Cairoli going to jump in, you think?
I mean, he might show up at one of them, but I
maybe.
highly doubt it.
What do you guys think of the bike, just from the looking at it?
So the chassis looks really good. It looks very short and nimble.
I mean, everybody's like, oh, it looks like a Honda, looks like this, looks like that.
Well-
I mean, all the bikes look the same nowadays.
Well, that's
Fucking get
interesting
over it.
because that kind of plays into what you had talked about at some point, right? With there was rumors they had bought the
Honda chassis.
right to the 22 Honda chassis, which maybe they did. Who knows?
I love it, dude. That bike looks like it's going to turn on a dime.
What, don't they have some kind of special valve
Yes.
technology?
So the
patented or
valves,
something?
the valves
camshaft
are
pushes-
almost like pneumatic. It's not valve spring related.
The camshaft pushes the valve open instead of the spring.
Which they do on the sport bike side too, which allows them to rev way
Yeah, like
higher.
But also
like
allows it to
18
be like a torque monster too, right?
Yes.
Like that's why everybody, if
Yes.
they ever build a 250F, that thing will be at the tip of the top.
I'm here to tell you, man, I'm really pushing to start a savings account here to buy one of these when they come out.
There's a lot of people that believe that if they do make a 250F, they will be able to rev 18,000
They're
RPMs.
going to make a 250F.
Oh, yeah, we
and
know,
the
but at some
450,
point-
the 450 is almost guaranteed it's going to go to 20,000.
See, so my
which
thing
I
with
think
that,
is stupid, but it's cool for anybody like a Barsha.
Yeah.
I
Might as well
we're
ride a 350 if you're gonna have a 20,000.
Is a high revving bike really something Roxon's going to be good on though?
No, but here's
No,
the
but
thing
it's
though.
What they're
torquey.
paying.
Here's the
and-
thing though.
yeah.
With that valve system though, they can do so much more with the mapping and the way they can make the valve open at certain angles for a guy like Kenny who just puts it in third half the time.
Yeah.
So that's a patented thing for them. Nobody else can grab that technology.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
they've
believe
been doing
so.
it for a
They've been doing it for a long, long
long
time, though.
time,
How much you
really
guys think
cool.
that bike's going to be?
I mean, they're going to put their Ducati price point on it for
20,
sure.
right?
So
I
is
would probably
so
say
if,
that,
okay.
yeah.
So this is
Because
something
that's
I
my
don't know.
plan is I'm going to spend 20 on it.
This is something I don't know because I don't pay attention to this. Has it been said if they're just going to do a base model and then a factory edition model, or are they just going to do a base model because they're a new?
I cannot believe we are not going to get a. I don't even know what the hell to call what Ducati calls it, but we're going to get
like the
some
sport bike,
sort.
right?
We're going to get some sort of edition. Yeah, probably. What do they call it? Like the Pengalis or
Yeah.
something like that. I believe there will probably be a base model and a Pengali model.
So
now
the
the
base-
Pengali model,
the base
you're
model-
talking sky's the fucking limit.
The base model, I'm going to go. I'll be real specific on this because this is the kind of stuff that I think we're all
I think the
interested in.
Italian
Wait,
flare is going to
what's a brand new 24 450 Cowie?
10.
What's the
10?
factory edition?
That's it?
Or the SR edition?
That thing was like 12.
All right.
'Kay.
So the base model will be 18.5, and I think the
Okay.
Pengali or whatever you just said, 24,000.
There's going to be a bunch of Sebastian Tortelli looking fuckers at the local track riding them.
Oh, it's going to be.
So this has been a super
Ridiculous.
interesting topic because they talk again. Lewis kind of brought this up on Pulp. So number one, the guy who has moved over to do the motocross, run the motocross side of things, was the guy that was running the MotoGP side of things.
Also, he's smarter than hell.
He is not leaving MotoGP in that salary to take a pay cut and fucking lose.
No, yeah, like we talked about, they want to win on
This
every
is
level.
going to be incredible.
Well, I hate to tell you this, but Roxon ain't going to win him a title.
No, but their
No.
next person will though.
No, but
Whoever that
after
person
that, it's good. Then it's going to get interesting.
I'm here to tell you that 250F, whenever they decide to, which
Mm-hmm.
let's just say 2027, 2026 maybe.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to want to ride that fucking thing.
I mean, I'm not
There
a
will-
450 guy, but I want to buy one.
There
to
will
be
not
honest
be
with
a
you.
person in the pits that will not want to ride that.
And the
250.
crazy thing, too, is our sport will never regulate them if it is that big of an advantage. You know what I mean? Like in MotoGP,
So-
they regulate them, and I
Yeah.
think World Superbike, they were doing some
and
regulations.
I'll
so.
tell you this: if this person is still on a 250 at that point, but he probably won't, Hayden Deegan will be on that team.
I think he'll be on it on a 450 too. To be honest
Yeah.
with you,
I would love to see Cowie at him.
I mean, it'd be cool. It'd definitely bump up.
Yeah,
their
but
stock.
if they're bringing Ducati money,
but so this is where, like I said,
Oh,
it gets
touchdown.
interesting.
no way.
Killer. This is where it gets interesting. What they talked about is Ducati is going to level up the entire sport.
Yeah.
Because of the essence that they're going to bring,
the brand and the value that they bring.
Yeah.
and because they talked about it with basically everything they do, and like that release that they did there, every major motorsports person that was there was like, this was the most incredible, because they did the MotoGP thing at the same time. Well, that's easy. All you got to do is not use a pixelated picture for your press release, and you're better.
Don't go on a rant.
Like we could do a better press release than
Do
Triumph.
you want me to talk about how all the bikes didn't even have factory clutch covers on them?
I know you want to go on a rant. Don't.
So
please.
so that's really been talked about too, is the fact that Triumph, the GP team, is like
looks legit,
and then the US team is like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, man, that it's going to level up. It's perfect timing because we keep talking about elevating the sport and the value and the brand that Ducati brings. The people that are going to want to just say they rode for Ducati because they've accomplished everything. And there's going to be no half-ass shit going on at their team.
No.
Like all the shit that we see at these other teams, I'm not going to say names, but all the shit that we see at these other teams, whether it be 250, 450, that will not fly at Ducati.
Yeah, they're going to bring some European flair for sure. Does the Claw make it to that bike too?
I don't know. Do they?
No.
No, it's probably going to be a Red Bull team, to be honest with you.
I mean, Cairoli's got a monster helmet.
Is that who sponsors?
I'm pretty sure the bike had a monster logo on it.
I don't know what the
it does.
MotoGP
It does
teams
have it on.
have.
It does have it on the side.
Yeah.
Plates.
So let me ask you this: do they bring Formula One vibes to
The pits?
the pits here
Not the first year, but the second year.
with a better
I think they
thing
bring
and a
something.
more high profile? Like we're talking.
Super nice coat.
Can I also say
jackets
this? And this is a shot at nobody is specific, but this is a shot at a lot of the people that work for certain teams. There's going to be no half-assed mechanics, engineers.
Oh yeah,
Because we all
You're gonna have to submit a resume.
We all know that
They're not
there
even going to submit a resume. They're going to have people already.
we all know there's certain mechanics on certain teams, and we've all seen it, that are just glorified parts changers. And this is coming from like the mechanic side of me. Like this fires me up a little bit. There's glorified parts changers.
I think I know who you're talking about.
There's none of that. Like you aren't gonna just be some Joe Blow.
Yeah.
Was it maybe a guy that was Hansen's mechanic at one time?
How long before we see a Lamborghini branded Ducati 450?
I mean, yeah, that'd be sweet.
So my question to you
so
is-
Jet's gonna
sorry.
want to ride for that team.
I'd be highly surprised if he doesn't.
To
be honest with
so
you, him and Hayden are going to be teammates.
my question to you is that's actually not wild to me.
No, it's not. No.
What do you expand on that a little bit? Because I guess I just don't. I understand the basic level.
So
what you're saying.
Lamborghini
Yes.
owns Ducati. Okay.
But what do you mean on the vibes? Like, explain a little bit.
Oh, you mean the vibes of the pits?
The basic level of it, I understand what you're saying. But like, what do you mean?
So
by
we've
that?
all seen
I'm just figuring out like real clean cut.
So
like-
yeah, so
okay.
we've all seen Haas, but where I'm going a step further is okay, and we get this with like say Anaheim for the season opener. Okay, you get a couple of maybe the A- level, B+ level movie stars that show up. You know, you get a few NASCAR drivers,
A rock star every now and then.
a couple of rock stars, that kind of stuff. I'm talking that, but all the time.
Oh, you mean like what it's like at Monaco or the Miami?
yeah, trying to bring
Bingo.
that kind of
Anybody
vibe,
and
yeah.
everybody?
Bingo.
Oh.
Bingo. And this is vibes that they were talking about on that Jason Anderson Gypsy Tales podcast here of like how how the sport levels up is when you have that going all the time like Formula One. Because Jace was talking about, and actually they both were being at the F1 at Vegas.
Yeah.
And how, it was fucking psychotic
Did you-
with how...
The Miami Grand Prix that they had, the people that were on the start
Yeah.
grid. So then if that's then I'll
and
do
that's every Formula One race.
yeah, because it's just wild. Like
yeah.
there's people that are big names that don't actually even get allowed on the grid.
Yeah.
Like it don't matter who you are because like that's the way. So if that's the case, I'll foreshadow a little bit because I agree with you. That will boost our stock up to
100%.
Because right now Netflix is buying everything. We end up on Netflix. Now
Netflix,
with
they got a NASCAR series coming out 30th.
Do
Well,
they really?
on Netflix,
No
yes.
fucking way.
And here's another thing too. This doesn't mean much to you guys, but it does to me. So like the WWE and the UFC are now as one, the TKO holding group. Netflix just bought the right to the WWE for 5 years for $5 billion.
Yeah, that's not surprising either. Wrestling's huge.
UFC's contract is up. There's talk that theirs is going to be a $10 billion deal.
That's
Holy
not a surprise
smokes.
either.
The Netflix, I think eventually they're going to buy out NASCAR, the rights to NASCAR.
I think so too.
They already eventually have talked about buying the rights out to Formula One
okay,
because
but I wouldn't say that Netflix is going to be the only person. Apple
no,
has a
But I think
Netflix is going the direction where they're going to own motorsports. It sounds like
yes,
maybe.
Motorsports, anything, entertainment. If that's true, I'll do a little foreshadowing. Eventually, at some point, if we don't end up on Apple or Prime, Netflix buys us out, and that elevates to our sport to the level that we all think it could be.
I was going to say, I think there's multiple companies in that. So you've got Netflix is one, Amazon is another one, and Apple are the three big ones that are going to buy all these because we've seen it with NFL and everything.
Yeah.
So
Sounds like Netflix is going for the lower hanging fruit, which is motorsport.
Yeah.
You got your Amazons and all them, they can have the football packages, Apple and all that. If Netflix wants to grab us, the low hanging fruit,
I'm okay
bring it
with
on,
that,
dude.
I'm
Well,
okay
and
with
we
that.
heard a long time ago, a couple years ago, that Amazon was in the running when there was still like, are we going to stay on
Yeah.
NBC? And then it didn't work out. But I'm here to tell you, man, if they bring those vibes, Netflix is going to look at that and go, we can make this sport better. I'm not going to say I'm on board.
How about a Netflix back Ducati?
I'm not
I
on
don't know
board
about
with
that.
Netflix as a whole, the people that run that company.
Yeah.
But if they're going to elevate our sport,
Save me some money because then I just have to buy Netflix instead of Netflix and Peacock. So
I should probably just buy some stock now.
I'm all for it. Oh, dude, them buying WWE, it's gonna,
yeah, that's a big
I should
move.
probably put some call options in.
They're going to be all of their events are going to be live.
Yeah.
So Netflix is going to have live events, and then all of their premium pay-per-view events are all going to be on Netflix.
Now, since we're kind of going down this road here,
I like talking about this shit.
let's
Yeah.
because this was a huge part and very interesting to me on again the Gypsy Tales. I'm going to reference it a lot because I just listened to it, but they talked about this. Okay, so one of the big blowback things here. And this is going to be a little bit of a Holster Co. reload rant for me, is, okay, so you've got Jet buys that Cullinan, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And what happens? The fucking internet explodes in the moto industry with, fuck that kid, spoiled, all this shit. Like, these are the comments I
That's
was dealing
stupid.
with,
Yeah,
is
that's
that he's
fucking dumb.
spoiled and everything. And I'm literally texting people, I'm like, why is he
They-
spoiled?
they
what
probably-
the fuck is wrong with you?
I bet you they've never went and looked at Patrick Mahomes' comments.
But
Clearly
here is the thing, okay? And Jace has referenced this a whole bunch of times. That picture shows up. He's in his Birkenstocks. He's in his fucking basketball shorts with his hair a mess.
Well,
buying this
everybody did it
fucking
when they did the
Coleman.
Ferraris. Remember when I told you about him and
Did the
Hunter about the
Ferraris,
matching
yeah.
Ferraris? They lost their minds.
But this dude in Dubai who Jace is friends with, and Jace has said this a whole bunch. So again, you can go listen to a bunch of podcasts. He talks about it. Like, messages him is like, dude, holy shit, this 20-year-old kid's making enough riding dirt bikes to buy this. Makes the guy interested in the sport. Guy who would not give a fuck about dirt bikes otherwise.
Just like I said when we got our comment back from Myrtle, so we got eyes on us now. But
Myrtle commented on something. Wait, hold on. Pause.
when I was
Go ahead.
talking about the sponsorship thing, Myrtle commented back and broke it down on why.
Oh,
Obviously, you
gotcha.
haven't seen that?
No, I don't think so.
I'm surprised of all people you weren't monitoring those comments.
And where? Is it on Twitter?
Instagram.
Oh no.
And I was like,
no, I didn't. No, I didn't see that. I missed
wow.
that.
Okay. Well, thank you, Myrtle, to actually responding. That he took the time to do
Oh
that.
boy. Oh, we got eyes on us. I think Jason Anderson watches us too. To be honest with you,
I think he does.
dude.
Really?
No, yeah.
In that
Not like-
podcast, he talks
not-
about. No, he talks about how like all he does is watch YouTube.
Not like in the sense that, like, holy shit, he would know who we are if he saw us, but he does.
Well,
yeah.
no, he does. Actually, he does. Because remember,
He's
so
boys with Isaac, I think.
Yeah.
He did. I did put a tweet out about Shimoda and stuff like that introspective moment I had, and he gave it a like and stuff like that.
no,
So-
because he messaged Isaac last year when Isaac was sending us videos
Yeah.
of him to post, and he was like, "Yo, are these guys like ripping off your shit?" And Isaac's like, "No, it's cool, dude. Like I work with them." So he does know. He's
He
seen
knows
our
of
shit.
it. Who knows if
Yeah,
he's seen it, but-
he's seen our shit.
All right,
so,
well, Jason,
anyway,
next
but
time
anyway,
you're out at the dealer show and you're on the elliptical, hit me up.
But anyway, back to the Lucas Myrtle comment here.
No, I said I don't give a shit about football, but they make a shitload of money, and I can relate to money. Everybody can relate to money.
Bingo.
So
And this is what they talk about in Gypsy. There is that if you want the sport to grow, like you need to have flexes like that. And
I agree.
Yes, it's gonna make some people feel bad. I'm sorry, dude. Like,
Get over
like
it.
I'm fucking poor too.
Dude, Justin
I cannot
Cooper.
afford a Cullinan. But dude, seeing their cars, I'm a car guy.
So,
Like,
well,
dude, that
yeah.
458 or 488, whatever it is that Jet drove this weekend. And here's the thing: I had this epiphany when I was listening to the podcast today. I was like, dude, if Jet bought a supercar, because they're taking him to the races, right? If he bought a supercar that he had going around with him, or even went to Honda and said, "Hey, I need an NSX," because let's face it, NSX looks like a fucking
Kind of
supercar,
like when Kenny
right?
drove the NSX to
And
A1 presser.
But here's what I'm saying.
They gave him
you
a
wanna
McGrath, too.
We're going through a bit of a crisis right now of like people hating us, right? Okay, cool. In the pits, you got the fan zone. Next to the fan zone or next to the Honda truck, just buy an
did that.
NSX, open it up, take your fucking picture
they're
here with your
They're
kid.
parking the Porsches next.
That's
to it
what
and
I'm
stuff,
saying.
yeah.
But what I'm saying is, open it up. Let the people fucking take a picture in it. Take a picture next to it. Whatever the fuck you want to do. Have a person there to facilitate it a little bit, just so it's not like crazy. But like, do that, dude. I mean, people do that shit all the time. People go out and see a fucking car like that in real life in a parking lot that they don't have any permission to be around. They'll do dumb shit to it and take a picture with it. Why? Because it's a flex or whatever. Let these people flex. Or people love it with their kids. Let them fucking do it with the kids at the race, dude. Like, this is a very simple way to take something that a lot of people are pushing towards a negative. I don't, but they're pushing towards a negative of, oh, well, he's fucking showing off. He's fucking showing his money, whatever. Yeah, he won a bunch of money. He's earned it.
Yep.
Bingo.
I think,
and just let the people have it,
Yeah,
But
Justin Cooper flexed, rolled the Tesla up, and then got on a private jet. I think that's a little more of a
Well,
flex than.
But again, that is
And
what
nobody
we
shit on
need.
him, though.
Yeah.
That is what we fucking need.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it will grow. Dude,
I agree.
you buy a fucking Rolex, show the Rolex. I mean, I'm going to talk some shit on Jace right here. I just found out that he wears a Rolex in the thing. I never paid that close of attention, but bro, like, thanks for putting that out there in the Anderson podcast. That's fucking sweet. The fact that this guy does a podcast, do you know the hope that gives me of like, well, he does a podcast and he that's all he does and he can afford this Rolex? Great, cool. At some point, maybe we can get there. That'd be fucking awesome.
The thing that I find funny too is all those people that are hating on him don't remember what it was like 25 years ago or 20 years ago when Stu was rolling to the Supercrosses in a fucking Lamborghini and a Ferrari.
How about Chad
He spent
Reed?
a couple
I mean,
million.
How about Stu on MTV Crib showing off 3
all,
Lambos?
all of his cars that he bought for his dad, he literally has a whole garage.
Yeah.
Or how about this? Josh Hansen that literally spent his whole paycheck when he rode for a Red Bull KTM, buying back in the day a Bentley Continental GT, a fucking brand new Rolls Royce, a Cadillac Escalade back then when that was a big deal to own a
Yeah,
Cadillac
social media
Escalade.
was a thing
Oh,
back then.
and Nate Ramsey that had a Ferrari, a brand new H1 Hummer when you couldn't get him that easily back then. He also
Ramsey made that kind of money?
when he was riding for Red Bull KTM, he did.
Wow.
Dude, he had over $1.2 million in cars that he had back when he had his factory ride.
But here is the thing: if you want to grow the sport, and Jet and them want to do it, and Lucas, you too, go listen to Jason and Jace talk about this
I'm sure
on this
they're listening.
podcast.
I'm sure they're listening.
And that is literally the blueprint. And you got to listen to the whole thing. Like Jet, and they talk about it where they don't think he's going to expand beyond like Red Bull athletes hanging out. But it's like, dude, you have to. But as Jason says, because he said he's made these mistakes, when you expand beyond that into, say, the movie stars and all that bullshit, their life is not your life. So you can't live that. You're just there with them.
Yeah.
And then you go back to your normal life or whatever. But that will grow the sport type shit. Like, you get these guys out at the fucking UFC fight with Kid Rock and Trump or whatever.
Yeah.
You get these guys out with their, like flash the rollie or something. Like, do that. Like,
it's kinda
do
like,
that.
It's kind of like Jet
Because it will
hanging
bring
out with
people.
Verstappen. And then when Verstappen goes and he's living in Monaco and he goes and hangs out with these people.
But that's a Red Bull athlete too.
But
so.
but it's to your point though. Okay, so then a different one. Charles Leclerc.
Okay,
Charles
yep.
Leclerc.
Yeah.
People. Carlos Sainz hanging out with Leclerc.
Yeah.
And then Leclerc goes and hangs out with the people that he hangs out
Yep.
with when he lives in Monaco.
Bingo.
It's the same thing. It's going up the ladder.
Bingo. And like I said, when they laid it out like that, I went, holy shit, this is literally the blueprint for growing the sport, because there has to be that lifestyle side of it, which we don't get. What do we get? Oh, they're just grinding away on a bicycle and a dirt bike track in a field. That's all we get all the time.
Well, it's just like, so Lorenz, did I just say Lorenz?
You just said Lorenz. Get out of here.
Lorenz?
Get out of here. You got CT. Go. Get out of here. Bounce. Stop it. Stop
Oh,
it.
God.
Quit it.
I don't know why I was just thinking about local motocross,
Because you want to ride.
but I do want to ride, dude.
All right, anyways. Not Lorenz. Not Lorenz. Anybody that's from Michigan knows not Lorenz. That's not who Cole was referencing.
Oh, boy. Anyway.
Yeah,
Who,
okay.
who are we referencing here?
Lars Lindstrom?
I was going to say Jason. I don't know how I got
What?
Lorenz.
Wow.
And
What?
Anderson
Jason Lawrence? What the-
Jerry?
Jer-
Jerry Jason?
Jerry
I don't know, man.
McGuire.
Okay, well, whatever.
Jason Anderson. God.
Everybody was giving his wife shit for having that Louis Vuitton bag.
Who, Andos?
Yeah, there was a picture of him at the race, and she had this Louis V bag. And everybody's like, looks like all Jason's money's going to her bags. Like, the fuck?
Dude, and even if that was the
Ando
case,
doesn't make
flex that.
Like,
And
Ando doesn't make that kind. Yeah,
Okay,
that should
even
be.
if it-
I see him at the dealer meeting. He's got a Louis Vuitton backpack.
Yeah,
here's the thing,
as
man,
he should.
Even if he does, who gives a shit? It's his money. He earned it. the one thing I will
He
say,
drives a Prius.
yeah, exactly.
He can
Get over
afford
it,
a
guys.
Louis bag.
Get over it,
Like,
guys. Guy's made a lot of money. He's won a championship. He's done well for
He said
himself.
outside of that too.
Oh yeah,
smart with his
he's
money.
got the real estate thing going on.
Well, I mean, he does. You should go listen to Jace because he does get into all of this. He doesn't
Yeah.
have as much real estate as what we thought anymore, and he
anymore because he sold it.
well, yeah,
Probably sold it before 2020 happened.
Yeah, and he's making
so.
Alright.
So it's a little more concise. But
But
anyway,
my biggest point to all of this is that if we had a more in-depth look outside of the people that we know and the guys that we know and know the shit that we know, just the average fan, a more in-depth look into some of these guys is like as simple as cars.
Yeah.
Maybe some of these rabid fans that get all butthurt and just like hate on people just because they don't like somebody for no reason. You get a better understanding of who this person really is. Maybe you dial your hate back and realize that these are human beings instead of just robots riding dirt bikes for a living.
Look, I'll be real honest. Anybody who's hating on him because he bought the Cullinan or he's got the Ferrari or whatever,
whatever you want, man.
It's honestly probably the purest.
Which is dumb because I'm a purist and I don't give a shit.
Yeah, and there's some of you that don't, but there's a lot of
Flex
them that
it. You
is,
got
and
it.
it's
Flex
like,
it, bro.
and it's like those guys aren't like they're spending money in the industry, but they're not bringing money to
Yo,
the
when
industry.
Hunter rolled up with that 992, I'm like, yeah, the Cullinan's cool, bro, but I'm about that
yeah,
992.
that's cool.
Well,
I'm about that 992.
You know who
I like
flexes
those
it?
812 Superfast they got.
Yeah.
And I want to talk to Jed about his twin turbo R8 because I want to know who did the build on it.
I want Hunter's C10.
So
He's in a
Deegan,
C10.
I thought he had a C10.
No, he doesn't anymore.
Deegan's kind of bringing in the flexing, but it's a different generation of flexing.
So
Because
Deegan's
like that-
another one that
Like that
yes.
Gen Z is flexing on the Dunk shoes and the stuff like that he has, like the Gucci shirts.
Yep.
And like those little like figurine things that look like a morphed up.
Like a
Mickey
big
Mouse
head.
kinda
Yeah,
thing?
it's a.
Do you know what that
What
is?
are they called? Yes, I do know the name of them.
But in
yes.
that generation, those things are a flex, and he's got a bunch of them. Like,
Bro, I watched a vlog. You went to Walmart, bought a Lego set put together. I was super pumped.
Yeah, because he's just got a
okay, ooh, flex.
he's
He
just
bought
got
a Lego
he's just
set.
got a dope ass.
Have you bought Legos recently?
Have I? No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
There's a Kawasaki H2 logo.
All right,
Lego
let's
set.
get into
That's not
talking. Let's get
Lego.
into talking about the racing. We went off track, even
Okay.
though it's good. We
Well,
can
that's
do.
kinda- that was our midsection
Yeah,
anyway.
that
Yeah, okay,
was what I
alright.
wanted. That was what I wanted to do anyway. So yeah.
Futures?
So, okay. Yeah. So futures. There's no hype for any of these kids. I could give a fuck less.
Davies,
I don't know where that came from.
Cole Davies.
That was a great ride for
That
him.
was
Solid.
dude. And hey, man, you put it to the factory, kid.
yeah.
Oh, Towers was pissed.
And I feel
Yes.
bad because I like Evan Towers. I think he's a hardworking kid. He deserves that ride. But you know what, Cole Davies, congrats. And I like the fact that BT works with him. I love Ben Townley.
I like the
That's
fact
cool.
that his family basically was like, yeah, we just want to sign an amateur deal here and see how this goes because if it doesn't go well, like we're not gonna fucking stay.
We're not. We're done.
Yeah. So I'm about that life.
I like
Yeah,
it.
he looks like he's there to stay.
And you know what?
He looked pretty
It's
good.
not
man.
bad.
The,
We need to work on his media skills.
That he kind of looks like a stoner skateboarder, but or a surfer.
Well, he rode not like one.
He's
so.
from New
Well,
Zealand.
let's bring Thrasher into the sport, and he can be their poster boy.
Let's bring back Volcom.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
God, back the Nico Izzy
So
days.
listen, I've got the helmet.
Oh, the pink one.
I've got the one he wore in Epic, the
You
Bird
son
Moto
of a
movie.
You son of a
You didn't know I have it?
no. You son of a
I have the yeah. He's back in jail, by the way.
Yeah, I know. He's
Yep,
an
saw
Anyway.
that
idiot.
too.
I won't go down that road. I could.
Yeah. So yeah, no, Davies, that was a cool deal.
Great racing, dude. That battle was for
Yeah, it
six
was-
for 6 minutes was good. I will say the story and disappointment of Preston Baseflute continues. Can I ask you what happened to Christian Janik? Why does this kid just continue to show up at events? I'm not dogging him. I just want to know because I think he's talented as hell.
I think he's got a lot of pressure on him from the dad.
Okay, I was about to say because if you would have said like Cowie as a whole, that would have shocked me because I feel like Drew Adams is more of the golden boy than he is.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of father pressure there.
Oh,
I don't know
shocking.
anything about him, or that's.
I just think the
I've
kid is
just heard
super
people
talented.
Say that. Yes,
I think the
he's
kid's super talented
Yes,
and he
I
could
agree.
go far. And it just seems like every time he's in a spot to
do well. He
do
gets hurt.
well, something happens.
Yeah, like before Loretta's gets hurt,
Yep.
like this was be a good opportunity to raise his stock. And
Yep. Casey Cochran wasn't there. That was
That's
so that's a whole nother thing that's going on is where the system is kind of boned Cochran, but apparently his people knew this going in, but he has to go to Daytona Supercross and race that amateur event in the A class to get points,
Dude,
even though
that's-
he won futures
that futures,
and the combine.
That futures is going to be wild at Daytona.
Well, because
Holy
that
shit.
well,
Can
because
what-
that is considered because he was considered a B class rider.
Yeah.
Everything he did last year, he didn't.
He
get
never
any
won it.
points
He never
for.
raced A.
get
Yeah.
the fuck out of here.
He never
Serious.
raced A.
Yeah, so
'Cause he wasn't in
if you're a
Minios.
B rider, you're not eligible for points. So he won a future Supercross round and an outdoor round, but he can't get his license.
What's
It's the same thing as what Adams did when he won the Coliseum.
As long as we're on the futures talk here, what about Little Red Dog?
Oh, he's going. He'll be there the weekend.
Where are his points?
Where
I
are
don't
his
know.
points?
Oh, I don't know. I'd like to have the same question answered.
that
Because
is-
the one he showed up to, he ragdolled himself. on the
I was
first
going to
day.
say, I literally made this comment yesterday during the qualifying thing, or maybe it was the reaction. I don't some point I talked about yesterday. I'm just like, what the fuck
'cause
is
his
going
last
on?
name's
Like,
Fair.
how
I'm
is he
not
racing
very- I
east?
don't. I
'cause
think
his
that's
last
a lot of.
If he shows up and
He's going
races,
to.
I'm going to go
It's
crazy
because his last
next
name's
week
Ferry,
during the
bro.
show.
Yeah,
It's
it's
because
not
his last
gonna-
name's
it's not
I
Ferry.
don't
gonna-
care. I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to be like,
He's gonna be. He's gonna be.
like,
there.
don't worry.
I
That's a
don't think he's gonna be
built-in.
good, though.
That is a
No.
built-in rant for me,
No.
guaranteed.
He
here.
better continue doing the
right,
Insta bangers.
right now, which is a bummer, dude, because, dude, his trajectory was ridiculous after that schoolboy year. I will guarantee that shit right now. If he's at Detroit this weekend, which everything has been said he's going to be, he does not make the main, and he doesn't even make it to the LCQ.
I'll be surprised if he makes the night show. To be honest with you,
He'll make the night show just off of because he can still put in one lap. That
Okay.
lap is going to be sketchy as shit.
But it'll be good enough.
I
Yeah.
don't, but I agree. I don't get it, dude.
Oh,
He
dude.
did one futures and he didn't even he didn't go to
Hey,
I haven't seen
Hey.
him finish a race in
No.
a long time.
all I'm saying is, guys, I haven't really screamed and yelled at a rant here in a little bit.
Well, be prepared.
But if he
He will-
is racing the 250 East class here, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind next week
He's gonna
about
be.
what the fuck is
'Cause
happening.
here's
Tune
the,
in because this man's gonna lose his mind.
I am.
Because here's the
I'm
thing
gonna
too,
be yelling and
I'll
screaming.
just say it as simple as this: because of the fact that Jalik's the only other person on that team, because obviously we know Joey can't race,
Yeah.
and they want to have another guy there. If he wasn't going to be there at Detroit this weekend, he would have been at the Futures last night.
Well, that's why I thought we would see him yesterday.
So that's my most basic answer to that.
Because I thought we'd see him, he'd be there, and then he would race this week, which is fine as long as he
Well,
finishes
that's why
the
Base
race
Fluke is
last
there.
night.
That's why Base Fluke, because he's supposed
'Cause
to be
he's gonna race this weekend?
Because it's just supposed to be him and
Okay.
Dylan Schwartz.
Great.
But that's my most basic answer. That
What are the rules? They have to race a futures race or
no,
what?
I thought it was a certain amount of points.
But then that doesn't make any sense. Well, I guess.
They have to be in the A class to be eligible
Did
for
Deegan
points.
race A class though before futures?
Yeah, Minios.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Okay.
'cause he
okay.
cleaned up.
Ferry
Never
wouldn't
mind.
have got points at Minios, would he?
No, Ferry wasn't even at Minios, I don't think.
I don't
Not
think so
riding that
either.
all black Yamaha.
No.
I think he was there and he rode practice, but I don't think he ever raced.
Yeah. Who knows, man? Somebody dig into that. for us,
But yeah, no, he's everything that he's supposed to be there and he's gonna be racing.
clink, 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 clink. You know what that is?
I'll find out.
That's the Lions moving the chains,
oh,
baby.
God, here we go.
But no, super impressed with Cole Davies, Parker Ross on a team that is not even an actual moto team. It's an off-road team building a Supercross outdoor team. That's the team that Mosman has been linked to.
Mm.
The SLR team.
Well, we'll get into that.
Yeah, Parker Ross, good for him. Drew Adams, by the way, is still a youngster.
Very young.
And I know the people who follow amateur moto, if anybody who
Those
follows,
Gordon kids are young too. 15.
Yeah.
I was just about to say, watch out for Landon and Revan Gordon because those kids are going to be
Good start. Good run last night.
and they
for a while
are
there.
young. So when I saw them on the
be-
entry list, I was like, no shit.
Yeah.
Big Cowie's Lawrence brothers.
I will tell
I
you.
agree, dude. They're good. Revan already killed it at Minios.
Well, hopefully they build a little bit more hype because I'll be honest, I watched that last night. I'm like, I don't have outside of Towers, which I only knew because of him racing the combine or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
last year on the Star Bike. I'm like, I don't really know
Touchdown.
who most of these kids really
happened.
are. And there's no hype to any of them.
No.
There's no hype. Which this is going to be the thing that sucks is we're going to go through stints like this with having the amateur development kind of moving into the spotlight
They're gonna
here
be
per
in our
se.
face a little
yeah,
more,
there's
so.
going to be stints where it's going to be like none of these kids are hyped to me.
But I'm
Like there's
telling
no
you-
Deegan.
Yeah.
Ferry would have been the one that was there yesterday,
he
which
got hurt,
obviously
he had
wasn't.
issues.
Yeah, so
The Gordon kids, though, I'm serious. If anybody wants to latch onto some kids to follow for the next few years,
well, we'll see. I
they're
mean,
going to be good. And I know, and you obviously know this, Landon was the one who got all the hype because he's been one. I think Revan, his brother, might end up being better.
the
than
younger
him.
brother's gonna be
I think
better?
Revan might end up being better than him.
well, let's put it this way. The nice thing about Futures here is that I've now heard the names at least.
Yep.
So now as I kind of watch or half watch like some of the amateur nationals, it'll be nice because you'll start to obviously get those and then we'll see.
Daytona's going to be good. I like that they're doing the futures at Daytona.
Yeah,
I
that'd
think
be
that's
cool.
Pretty cool.
That's going to be a good one.
I like the whole Daytona setup this year that they have the arena cross, the futures, the supercross race, and then the amateur national after that.
Oh yeah,
I like that it's
Go
just
for it.
I like that it's just a huge supercross weekend there. Like I think it's great. I'd
That's
love to
cool.
go.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't I don't think I'm going to, but I would love to fly down there and go all 3 days and see stuff.
I know, like I said, I know that I just keep hyping up this Futures race. It's only a
Yeah.
6-minute, but I think the Futures main is going to be because
Good.
obviously for those kids, especially the ones like Gordon, even though
Yeah.
both of them grew up on a Supercross track,
Yeah.
not like a legitimate. For them, it's going to be like, oh man, this is like I can fucking send it on this shit because
Yeah.
So
But okay.
good. Cole Davies, that was awesome, man.
Yeah, he rode really solid. Wasn't the fastest guy, but
Nope,
he was
but he was
in
consistent.
control, and yeah,
It was a
Powers
great
about
battle too,
weeded
man.
himself.
Going back and forth, like that was a good race. That track last night, as much as I didn't think it was going to race super well because all the kind of open turns and 90s, raced really good the
Raced
entire
well, yeah.
night. We didn't have a lot of drama, so that kind of sucks because that killed the views on the
Yeah.
reaction show since there wasn't a fight or something. But the racing was good.
Oh, dude, I
I
mean,
agree.
fucking 3 different winners in
Yeah.
both classes.
Yeah.
Dude, I
So-
just know that second race in the 450s where there was 6 of them right there in a freight train.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, there were battles all the way down to like 12th.
yeah.
Yeah, it was
So,
awesome.
All right.
24.
They kicked the field goal. I thought they were going to go
Still
for
up,
the.
bro.
Okay,
All right,
so
let's
we
get
ready
into-
to
get
launch
into
into 250 West here?
Let's get it.
All right.
Get it.
So 250 race recap brought to you by our friends at Complete Racing Solutions here. Sorry, I don't have the 250 thing pulled up.
Levi Kitchen gets it done,
He does.
and he looked good all day.
I'm telling you, dude, he's only gonna get
3
better.
good starts.
That
yeah.
Cowie, dude, that vibe, that bike.
He's
Look, this is going to be something that Mitch Payton needs to really keep an eye on.
He had the
He's
late
the
kit for
only
me.
guy.
Mm-hmm.
Levi Kitchen's the only guy that's not on the standard Mitch program where you got to stay in Cali, blah blah blah.
Mitch
Look
talked
at the-
about this.
Look at the other guy that's in the Cali program. He's hurt already.
Yep. By the way,
Yeah.
has there been any update on how bad that hip is?
I don't
It
know.
just came out and back. I think they talked about it.
Yeah.
Again, to reference the new
The
J
Gypsy,
spots.
yeah, they
is
do
he,
talk
is he
about
out?
it.
Is he out for all the rest of Supercross?
I don't
don't
know,
know.
which kind of sucks because
bummer, dude. He
I
was
think
riding
he was
good.
going to have a good year.
Yeah, man, because he's on a different bike.
Yeah. So, no, Kitchen I think is only spooling up a little bit. He's on that program.
He's got a good group around him with Chase and Kenny. Him
Yep.
and Chase all of a sudden are boys, which is just a weird.
Yeah, Chase
Dynamic.
Kenny. They got a little Vial thrown in
Vial,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, I
which
was
is
gonna say there's a
interesting.
good group down there at the sandbox now.
Uh-huh.
So.
Yeah, so
Well, two of the 3 so far, or 2 of the 4 so far, are having good starts.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, he if he would have played it a little different, he would have won that second one against RJ too.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I like the fact, though.
That was a
and
good battle.
And we've always
Yeah.
talked about with Levi, it's mental more than anything. He is so talented. He's got so much speed. When things are rolling downhill, and I know I reference this a lot, but it's just a basic way of putting it. When things are rolling downhill in a bad way for him, they keep compounding, and he mentally just spazzes out. He doesn't know how to process things. He latched on the back of RJ, and he was just, hey, man, like RJ's pulling a little bit. I got to drop back.
Yeah, he rode really smart.
And he did exactly what we all wanted him to. He got loose in the whoops a couple times. RJ pulled a gap. That was where RJ was better on the first quarter of the track. Levi knew where spots were better on the other side. He was getting through that far side rhythm section a little bit cleaner. He's turning down a little bit harder before the finish. And then he pulled it right back out, and dude, he was right there at the end.
Yeah.
And he made dude, had RJ not played it smart on that left-hander before that little
Yeah.
double triple, and RJ would have went wide, Levi wins that main.
Yeah.
RJ played it right. He
Yep.
didn't tense up, but if he just lifts a little bit, Levi tucks underneath him. Levi
Yeah.
wins that main, but
Yep. Same like Shimoda got to his back wheel,
Yeah.
and he's like, I don't
All right,
need this.
whatever.
Pull out of the way.
Title favorite?
Yeah, for me.
right now at this point, because I thought that if Smitty would have won, Smitty would be in it. But
Yeah.
now after what Levi did last night, him doing what we all want him to do,
It's
Oh,
a,
yeah.
It's a Smitty versus Kitchen for the title.
But there's no way Smith puts it together, right?
well, and Smitty was good last night. He just, like you said on the one show,
shit.
He did some
And-
Smith.
and
That's
some
the
of the-
first time we've seen that this year.
and some of the shit wasn't even him. It was just his luck.
Yeah.
It's like with Fortner, like he just has bad luck.
I guess. I
and-
I mean, but Smith and RJ, they're true.
Except one's got the red plate, and the other one doesn't.
I
That's
mean,
the
I
only
guess,
difference.
yeah.
I mean, like RJ, like he's gonna continue to give us those Wreck-It Ralph moments, like two guys in front of him. He really didn't need to worry about in points last weekend, and he decides to go for it, loops out, and lose 6 spots instead of just
Yep.
riding it in for a podium.
Yep.
Or running the jet line down through the whoops.
Well-
every lap.
Well,
And
he
we
did
can
have a
move on.
flat front tire, however.
Was it flat or was
No,
it front
flat,
or rear?
flat
Flat.
rear.
flat
It
something.
was a rear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I guess that was around that time. Right, never mind.
We can
Should've
move
given
on
him,
to
yeah.
RJ
All right, well,
because
then he definitely
got second.
spun. That's why he got loose.
Yeah, that's what he said. Is it was sketchy. Yeah, so he goes 217 for second there. So
Spicy all day though, man. Spicy
he
all day.
was, but this is what
That's
we're
who
gonna
he is.
see.
He's
Yeah.
always spicy, but there's always
There's always an RJ moment, man. We saw it last week. We saw it this week. I mean, it's just the way it is, dude. So
He's loose.
which is again what I think keeps him from winning a title. But again, he's making money in the 250 class, so fucking do it,
And
bro.
he'll be good on that 450 when he goes full time. Was it next year?
When?
I think next year, right?
Who's he gonna get? Craig's spot?
Probably.
More than likely.
I mean, did well at Daytona.
Yeah.
did.
I'd actually like to see him on a 450 at
It
Daytona.
mellowed him out a lot.
Go back
Yeah.
to that fucking won a heat race.
Yeah,
Damn.
that was weird.
That was weird. That was not on anybody's bingo card that night.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Hey man, send RJ back to a 450 at Daytona. I'm in for it.
I think it'd be cool.
I want to see some of these 250 West dudes like the old days with Kenny and all
Jump
that.
up.
Jump
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Eli, Shorty, all of them.
I'm down.
Me too. All right, so Thrasher goes 310-1 for third.
Just hot and cold. That's just what Thrasher
Nate
does.
Thrasher, again, the weirdest. I mean, 310-1.
Second main, I mean, first main and the third main were good. Second main was just him and Smitty.
Thrasher stuff. I mean, he's eerily similar to RJ and Smith, except he's just one
He's
more.
won a lot of races.
The crazy thing is that the first and the third main didn't really do anything ridiculous.
Yeah.
He just rode great. He just rode his own
Just
race.
rode his race,
And
yeah.
what I like the third main too, I mean, you can look at it like one way or the other, is that when RJ zapped him, he's like, I don't have his pace.
Yeah, I mean, I look
I'm
at
good.
like if he didn't have that first round endo and whatever happened
He's in
in
the points.
mud, like he's got the points lead.
Yeah.
But
He's in the
that's Nate
points.
Thrasher's career, bro. In a
know,
nutshell, this
I
is what
know.
I talk about all the time. What me and him argue about is it's just like, yeah, he's so fast and so good here, but then like
next weekend,
but then the
he's-
next weekend it's like,
But so here's the thing though, this weekend though was not one of those weekends because he only has one bad main, and it was him stacking up with his teammate. If he just
which saved him this weekend. But again, I'm not. Again, he's already
He's just
had
so
a bad
hot and
one,
cold,
and I'm
man.
not sure he doesn't have another bad one.
I mean, he'll
before
probably have another bad one,
the
but I
season's
mean,
over,
this was
so-
definitely not one of those follow-up weekends that he's had in the past where he did bad. He won a main and he
But
got
again,
third the first
but
one.
I think it's the same thing like with Smith and with RJ here. The Triple Crown saves him looking terrible because
No, because then he just gets third.
Yeah, well,
he
maybe
gets third if you go off the first one.
Well, maybe it depends. Unless they have the same luck like him and Smith did in the second one, then it's fucking terrible. I mean, like,
Or he wins.
We can't really.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
it's
it's
just a lot of
there's a lot of
guessing.
ifs and guessing with the Triple Crowns, but it's like the Triple Crowns save people.
I
so-
still stand by that he gets another win, if not another more.
I mean, he probably will.
He's not winning the title. Obviously, he's too far back.
He'll get another win before he gets hurt, which sucks to say, but I mean, it's just like the way his career is going. If you were to map it out, it's probably honestly the dichotomy between the highs and lows is probably way more than like RJ or Smith, which is crazy to say.
Is he a decent outdoor rider? Or we've never even gotten to know.
His
I
last
don't
outdoor
know.
race in Crawfordsville in 2022, he was running top 3 for 22 minutes.
I'd like to see
Got
him
top 5
outdoors.
that
You
day.
know he's going to be good in SMX at the Speedway track.
He's
Yeah.
if he makes it to outdoors healthy, like actually healthy, which he hasn't gotten yet in his career. I mean, he's can be battling for podiums. I don't think he's
Yeah,
gonna
not a
win. He
title
ain't gonna
guy.
win it. No.
That's for danger.
Oh boy, we'll get to that.
At least, on that side of at least on that team.
Joe goes 932 for
I mean,
fourth.
this is just he's got pressure on him.
This is just Joe Schmoda, bro.
I don't
Just
agree
wait till the
with-
last 3 rounds when he doesn't have any pressure.
I don't agree with that statement though. That you said about him winning the end. I don't even think he's gonna do that this time around.
Why? What leads you? I mean, this is
Because-
exactly what we've
because
seen his entire career here.
Because the rounds that have been a struggle bus to this point, like we say struggle bus. Outside of last night, like the speed hasn't even really been there up till the end of the main,
Yeah, I guess. I mean, here's the thing.
which he's always
He's-
kind of done outdoors.
He goes 4 DNF 4-4. Like, so he's been consistently getting fourths. So if that tranny doesn't go out in the mud, he's probably, we'll call it in the top 5. He's right there in the same spot as RJ. And then I think this conversation is completely different. It's just that transmission issue there that got him all fuckety with San Francisco. Now it's
This is Thrasher?
no, Joe.
Joe,
Transmission?
Yeah.
That's what that was?
Yeah.
I guess
I'm pretty sure that's what I
didn't hear
heard.
that. I didn't hear
pretty
that.
sure. I'm surprised they came out and said that. You know,
It's
they
a
would've
bike
said it
didn't
like
even
I
that.
don't
start.
think that they came out and said it. but I think that's what it's been deducted. No, Phil has also had tranny issues. That was bad. I'm pretty sure
also
it was
had
tranny. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll probably get flamed in the comments
he
for
blew
it.
a tranny.
But yeah, but if you give
Stop!
him if you give him even like a top 6 there in that mud race, I mean, this conversation is completely different. He's within 15 points of the lead, and like we're just having a completely different conversation.
I mean, I would like to see him get a start with RJ Kitchen, Smitty, Thrasher, and just see like.
But it just
the
looks.
bike didn't start.
But it just looks way worse than.
It wasn't a Bruce Jenner.
Oh boy! But it just looks way worse than what it is because of that mechanical failure.
No, I agree.
Yeah. So anyway, Smith goes 484 for 5th. Again,
man, that dude can work his way through the pack, though.
He's fast.
He did, man. He's
But I don't think if we ever argued that he wasn't fast. He just can't keep it together.
Somehow he still has a red plate, though. That's the crazy thing.
He does. That is Triple Crown saving his ass. So yeah, so him and Levi are going to share the red plate here when we come back to Glendale.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a lot of room to pass on that track, and he definitely proved that track was raceable and movable. So
he did it in Detroit last year in the LCQ.
Dude, that was the most mind-blowing thing I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen anybody go that fast.
I think he shut his brain off, and he's just like, this is all muscle memory, and I'm just going to hold it wide open. And he literally did.
Yep.
So didn't make it, though.
So... Shocker of the night here, Anthony Bourdon, 868 for 6th.
Dude, he's been solid.
Barx needs to sign him for a full deal.
Crushing
He's
starts
been very
last night.
solid all year, really. I remember watching him in Paris there, and I was like, man, this dude's pretty good.
Yeah, he's ripping.
Didn't he out-qualify Coop or something?
Mm-hmm.
And
he put it on top of the board all the way up until Jet.
Well, because I was watching him, I was like, this is going to be my Pulp MX fantasy guy. And then fantasy just isn't a thing, so like now I just... Races are races.
Yeah, I talked about that in the live show yesterday too.
The only unfortunate thing, and I don't know if Barx would want to do this because they're not like obviously a factory team. They're a privateer team. Privateer team. Privateer. He's not super great outdoors.
Hang on, let's see if I got any flames on Twitter.
He's not super great outdoors. Like he'd be like a top 15, like a 15-20 guy.
Yeah.
But he's the best guy that they've had, and like I like Dylan Schwartz. He's one of the guys that I've supported. He's not going to do much better on the East Coast. So like you got a guy that's been top 10 in points since round 1.
Yeah,
sign this man to a full contract.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see that, but we'll see. I have heard that Barx has some more funding this year, so
then sign Anthony.
Yeah. So Juju goes 12.56 for 7th. Better last night because it's more hard pack, more what he's used to.
I think the 5 or 6 is more.
Yeah,
normal.
I think the 12 was issues.
I think Juju's just going to have a really good career.
I think so.
I know it's early to say that, but God,
somebody was like, "Is he the next prodigy here?" I was like, "Whoa, let's tone it. I don't know about that, but he's good."
I think for people to even be talking to him about him at this point in his career is something that he didn't even expect.
Yeah,
this kid. Actually, I'm sorry, he's not a man yet. Was racing jet skis at Havasu.
Yeah. So
we got some response from Chris Kiefer
about what?
We need to distinguish tiers of privateers, which I agree with that.
100%.
Did you go TIER instead of TEAR?
No, Chris is very good with his grammar. So
no, no. Did you do that post?
I said I will take him more seriously when he spells privateer correctly. However, privateer is a privately funded team in which those teams that he mentioned are. So
yeah. All right. Ryder D goes 5.712. I thought that was okay. He got a good start. One of the mains. I don't remember which one. First one? Yeah, I was running right up there in the top. So
continuing to show that this generation, that when they have a clear track, they can get on the box.
I mean,
because he did this in Charlotte.
Yeah, there's very few people. In fact, the only one I think in the 250 class right now that we can really say can slice through the pack, probably Deegan is the only one right offhand that I think like when he doesn't get a start, he's just going to go to the front no matter what.
Yeah,
I mean, all these other guys can do it, but Smith can hit the deck, RJ can hit the deck. Deegan's the one that I can really look at the speed and be like, yep, he doesn't get a start, he's going to the front no matter what. So, and the front being somewhat relative of like he'll go from last to top 5, no problem. Where everybody else, I'm kind of like, maybe like they can, but there's a high probability they hit the deck too. So. Marchbanks goes 6.16.5 for 9th.
You're gonna take that whole him being in the championship out now?
Well, he got taken out there. Did you see the video?
No.
So he got cleaned out by Yoder. got up as Yoder came back around, and threw his goggles at him and flipped him off in the middle of the race, which is epic.
By the way, it
Which is epic.
wasn't Varese that got in his way. It was Matty Jorgensen.
Ah, okay.
Another kid that's just about as tall as Marchbanks.
Yeah. I mean, Marchbanks, top 5 dude. Okay? And
Yeah, I mean,
at this point, if Kitchen doesn't fall apart, he's got no chance. But you look at compared to the other guys there, he's probably going to be right up there, to be honest with you.
I think that right now, if you're just going off speed, I think that you obviously have Levi and Smitty, and then you have RJ, Joe, and Thrasher all kind of bunched.
I mean, he's 4th in points.
And then I think you have that next wave of guys that are going to be consistently top 5. Marchbanks, Juju.
Yeah.
Ryder D, only if he gets a start. So.
Yeah. Phil goes 7-4-18 for 10th. Led again. How ironic is that? How's that phone doing for you? Is it good?
I'm trying to get Chris on the show, dude.
Are we going to call him right now?
No, I was just like, you're more than welcome to come on and explain your side.
Tell him we'll call him right fucking now.
I mean, we could. He's West Coast.
I will call him right now.
Let's lobby for getting Phil on a 250 outdoors.
No, he's going to 450.
I mean, he always is riding the 450.
Because he wants to go 450 SMX, too.
I mean, he was the LCQ king last year.
But how about him
Same race 1 year later.
Well, yeah, that too. But how about him saying stuff about the transmission with that Yamaha, and he even dialed it back.
Dude, he's very straightforward shooter.
It's really funny because he's like, yeah, these transmissions suck, and all the teams say they suck, and it's like, ooh, okay,
yeah, that's
all right, that boy Phil.
That's when you start taking out gears and you only have 3-speed transmissions. And
dude, I love Phil. Phil is the man. I want to get Phil on the show, because he is. I like the no holds bar, and nobody listens to this show, so we can really talk. It'd be great. All right. Mumford goes 15.99 for 11th. Said he pumped up a whole bunch. Oldenburg goes 13.10 for 12th. Okay. Robbie Wageman goes 16.11 for 13. Yoder 10.14 for 14th. If anybody's got anything to say, stop me.
Yoder, what was the deal with him and Marchbanks?
Wow.
Did you see any of that?
He's been really paying attention.
Echo in here?
There's an echo.
When does Deegan race?
I'm gonna shut up.
Yoder cleaned out Marchbanks, and Marchbanks laid there till he came around, got up, threw his goggles at him, flipped him off.
Laid there until he came around.
Yeah, literally.
Like,
I watched
laid a whole lap. No.
Dude, whatever happened, he got up, threw his goggles at him, and flipped him off.
There's no way he laid face down for a whole lap.
I have no idea, dude. I have no idea. But
okay, sorry, I was buried in my phone running the old Twitter. So.
And supposedly they talked, everything's okay now, but yeah.
Forget I said anything.
Cole Thompson goes 14, 12, 13 for 15th.
Nobody cares about Cole.
Max Miller wins the LCQ, goes 18, 15, 15 for 16th. Matty Jorgensen 19, 17 for 16 for 17th. Faris 17, 19, 17 for 18th. Talon Hawkins 11, 22, 22 for 19th.
That
Anybody
kid ragged out
heard
himself to the moon.
anything? Oh wait, I lied. Max Miller didn't win the fucking LCQ. Max Sanford did. My bad.
Maxwell Sanford. Yeah, he took Dylan Walsh's spot.
Vincent Varola goes 21, 18, 20.
They have him down as Vincent
for 20th. Yes.
Oh, that's funny because his name's actually that's his government name, but everybody calls him Slade. I didn't know his government name was Vincent.
He's the HBI racing kid, right?
Yeah, and he's he was supposed to do futures. He's only doing it because Braswell's not. He's out till outdoors.
Yeah. Maxwell Sanford, the LCQ winner, 22, 20, 19 for 21st, and Billy Laninovich.
Billy Laninovich.
VRM, buddy.
20, 21, 21.
Do you think he was like, what the fuck, when Albright went down and was a lap down and was just battling him out? Did you see that?
Fucking Albright was pissed. And
because he wanted that other $1,000.
Well, to be honest, he had every right to be pissed because that was a dipshit move by whoever the fuck it was. I don't even remember now.
I missed that part, but I just saw him out there just riding
I don't even remember who it was. Went straight to the exit of the fucking corner, had no angle on anybody, and then just caused all this chaos, which caused Albright, because Albright would have made it. Albright's a good rider.
Do you think Billy was probably going? Jesus, half of you kids weren't even alive the last time I used to race this professional.
Bro, somebody on something was making fun of someone because maybe.
He made his first main in 02.
I think
his first win was 04.
Dude, I think it was the Yamaha one. I think Smith was making fun of somebody else on Star because they were like, dude, they don't even know who Billy Laninovich is.
Oh, yeah.
And I was laughing real hard at it.
Dude,
so
Billy, man, we talked about this when we were, Billy was a shit back in the day.
yeah.
He's a good rider.
Damn
man.
good rider. Smooth.
Well, plus
silky.
Yeah.
he got landed on really hard last weekend. He was one of the guys tied up in that red flag
Crazy
situation.
thing is the fact
Yeah.
that he was away from riding a dirt bike for 10
Okay,
years.
wait, hang on. Here's my complaint about Mr. Billy here.
Oh boy.
His hair?
Well, that too.
No, like I don't understand all I've been doing is riding a 450. I just got on my 250 last week, and he's still riding his 450 during the week.
Well, a lot of these guys do.
bet
Can anybody get this man a 250F to ride?
Yeah. Dude, just literally just a stock 250F with some bars, grips, levers, and some fucking suspension.
I mean, I guess maybe I'm missing something, but I don't see how that's gonna help you on the weekend.
No.
So
No. I'm actually surprised that he decided to ride the 250 with his style, as smooth as he is. I understand the
I mean,
fact
go
of,
look
like,
at the entry list and
Yeah, but I look at some of these other dudes, kind of the way he made the main in the 250s. Just solid laps, bro. Solid laps. No highs and lows. Literally, like 101 lap times every lap. 101 lap times.
Yep. Okay, so that's been your 250 race recap brought to you by our friends at Complete Racing Solutions.
Woo!
Check them out. Link in the description. All right. So the only thing I
gotta
really
take a pee.
Are you gonna go pee?
Yeah.
All right. Can we? Do you want to?
You guys
stop?
can let it rip.
I was gonna
dude.
say.
You
I
guys
mean, we
let
can
it rip.
stop if you're.
I was off in La La Land for
Well, we
half
got
of that.
You were.
250 we got 250 East, and
It'll
then
be
we're
just
gonna-
like it was for the last 10 minutes. Is Kiefer coming on?
Hang on, let me look.
Oh my God. Let's bang through this 250 East. It's getting late.
All right. 250 East Coast preview here. Where you want to start?
I guess who's even in it? Let me go
Everyone.
take a league. I know Mr. Deegan's in it.
Deegan,
I know,
Enzo Lopes,
that's an
Ooh, I
interesting
forgot
one.
Lopes. I don't
Dex
have him on my
Bennett,
All right, give me a
Romano, Vial, Hymus, Forkner,
Hymus
Okay,
will be good.
where-
Faulkner.
Forkner,
Who's on the PC squad?
Forkner,
Hammaker.
Hammaker,
Hammaker, McAdoo.
Hammaker's a good one. If
Hymus.
he's,
All of them could either win or ragdoll in the first round.
which is a very crazy thing, and Mitch is going to pull the rest of his hair out.
VRM.
No, J-Mart's getting ready to ride that 450 outdoors.
Okay. So who do you want to start with?
I mean, do you want to just go with the star team?
Nah, I got a better one. So Chance Hymus. How we gonna do, man? The Honda HRC squad struggling with Joe here. Can't get past fourth place.
Well, Chance doesn't have the highs and lows like Joe does and ragdolls himself into the ground for no absolute reason. I think Chance is kind of my sneaky surprise. I mean, I guess it shouldn't be a surprise to anybody that's watched him ride for the last 5 years. Dude, I think Chance could get on the box a couple times.
So we're talking top 5 guy with the box occasionally here? Because I'd be in on that.
Yeah.
I think that's where we're going to be. Because
Yeah.
we had the few rounds last year,
And he
3 or
was
4,
good
whatever.
last year.
Yeah, that was decent. We were in the top 10. We were figuring it out, which Lars has openly stated that's what they were looking to do. And now he's had a whole nother year on the bike.
Whole another year of testing Soupy.
Yeah, from what I've understood, no injuries. So we're just building. So yeah, I think it's great. I think that's where he's gonna slot in here. We'll
And
call it
here's the
because there's a
thing.
lot of talent on this coast.
It's definitely more talented. It's deeper. It's not top heavy like the West. It's deeper.
yes.
I think so. And he kind of, in those rounds that he rode last year, I know is limited. His one big issue that I said with Futures, where when he doesn't get a start, he has a hard time locking onto guys' pace. Mm-hmm. Once again, he's another one of these kids that when he's got a clear track, everything's cool. He can do his own thing, run his own lines.
Hymus.
He didn't hit the deck anytime. I mean, dude, the first round he comes out, was it Houston the first round last year?
Yeah.
He comes out and he gets like a 10th place start and he works his way all the way up to 4th. I think it was 4th or 5th.
Hymus was very solid.
I think he's going to be a top 5 guy.
I agree with that.
I think he's going to be
top
good. man.
5 sniffs podiums here.
And
Here and
you know he's been learning a lot from Jet Hunter and Dylan.
100%.
And you could say Joe, but whatever.
Joe isn't down at the pound every single
No.
day.
Yeah, this is
But
true, too.
like I said, he's definitely
No.
learning a lot from Jet Hunter. And
Joe's out riding that smooth Honda test track there in Cali.
Oh, it shows.
Yeah.
And that track definitely is not that impressive, if I'm being honest with you.
Well, that's.
I mean, I don't
fair.
have one in my backyard, but
All right, so let's talk about your boy, Tom Bial.
if he's got his whoops figured out,
You guys haven't touched the danger zone yet.
Not yet.
No,
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 we'll
no.
get there. Hold on. We'll get
I think he's going to be really good now that he's got a full year.
there. He is Marvin Muskin 2.0.
Well, Marvin Musquin won a title.
Marv's training him.
Marvin Musquin won a title.
If you can figure out the whoops, man, because he did
That's his only
not look
problem.
good.
That's his only problem.
He's a jumper.
Can we all agree though that is literally his only down?
Yeah.
Like, his
Yeah.
only,
Yeah.
Because if he can get where he just rhythms through whoops, even when they're
That's what he's
fresh,
doing. That's what, from my understanding, this is the talk on the street here. He is Marvin
Even when they're
Musquin
fresh?
2.0.
Even when they're fresh?
Marv is training him, and he is jump lining.
And what's
everything.
the status on that? Is he getting it figured out?
I don't know.
If he's getting it
This
figured
is-
out,
I haven't heard
okay.
status on
If
it.
he got that figured
If he's
out,
got-
then
but-
he'll be good on the East Coast.
If he's got it figured out, then he's battling for it.
I feel like maybe I heard there were some bike setup things going on that weren't great too, but I don't remember.
If he's got
all
the-
I know is the Marv thing.
If he's got the Marvin Musquin line figured out, even when the track, even when the whoops are fresh,
yeah.
he's going to be battling for the title.
He'll get some starts. Like he came out last year and really impressed me that first round. He ripped the whole shot, led
Yeah.
half the main. He's on this kitchen program with some good people around him.
And I don't put a lot of
he'll be pretty good, man.
I don't put a lot of stock into Paris because he was up and down. He was good.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to put stock into Paris, like look
Yeah.
at Webb.
This is the one thing where with like Mathis, I agree with him. Paris means something, but it doesn't mean a lot.
It means more to the French talent from from over there.
Yeah. So
If he's got the Marv thing figured out, he's going to be battling for a title.
okay. All right.
I'm not saying he's going to win the title, but he's going to be battling for the title.
Okay. Does J-Mar do anything?
J Mart's looking forward to that.
He might get a gangbang win.
Is
like
he-
did last year? But
Dude,
He's over it, dude.
does he
You want that 450
Can he
or what?
just
He's over it.
he's like Dylan. Can we just make it through?
Yeah, but then last year the bike was shit outdoors.
I know. So J-Mar's confirmed to ride a 450 outdoors?
Yeah. He's doing what
Interesting.
Amar did. He wants to ride a 451 last time, and then I think he's off into the sunset.
Do you think he's going to ride a 450 Supercross next
No.
year then? No, he's
It
No,
did
he's
not
done-
go
this
well
is
for
it.
his brother, man.
he's done.
No.
He's done after this year.
Oh, okay.
He's done
All
after
right.
this year.
Well,
What kind of role does he go into? I think he sticks around the sport.
Trainer.
yeah, I think so too.
They expand
And
troll
he-
training.
Kind of like
he's-
Alex.
I think he's on the bike. I think he's on the bike training.
Yeah, because dude, J Mart's always had stick style. I mean, so is
Yeah.
Alex, but Alex is more the off the bike. He's got
Yeah.
into this. J Mart, dude, if he on the bike, he can really do somebody good.
I think so too.
That'd be
So
interesting. He can teach somebody how to suffer. That's for sure.
He
Jet
can also
Reno-
teach somebody how to get horizontal in a corner.
Yeah.
Jet Reynolds going to make a
No.
Supercross?
No,
Okay.
no.
Man, like I'm really
No.
interested in
Heavy,
that.
deep breath.
No.
That
You guys have seen the
I don't
videos?
want to blow him out completely, but man, some of the
Shit that came out of his mouth.
some of the stuff that came out of his mouth needs to pump the brakes.
Well, let's see. I saw some videos preseason, like early December, of him riding at club.
He
And-
looked defeated.
And it was literally, I mean, J-Mar was out there, Phil Marchbanks, but I just honed in on when it was him, like him, Cullen Park, and Mark Phineas.
He was just battling with Phineas.
And it really wasn't like even much of a battle after a certain amount of laps.
Yeah, like looking at his body language and demeanor and too in some of those videos is like, wow, I'm getting my ass kicked. This is a lot harder than what I thought it would be. Because I
looks-
mean, let's face it, his amateur career was on the best equipment all the time, and all he did
Yeah.
was win.
He looks
Like,
very hesitant to push through corners when they get rough, or when they get rutted, I should say.
I mean,
Interesting.
by all means, like it sounds like I'm shitting all over the kid. Like I would like to see him rebound and be what everybody thought he should be. I wish him all the best. Like I think getting out of California and getting out of that whole scene is a great thing for Jet Reynolds. Going to a place like Club MX where you're basically out in the middle of nowhere. Out in the middle of nowhere.
Nailed it.
Yeah, you got that thing.
I did too.
Being out in the middle of nowhere like that, I think is going to be good for him.
Outdoors.
Not chasing women. You don't have a bunch
Is he
of
gonna
money.
make it outdoors?
like-
If he makes it to outdoors healthy, I think that's when you see him shine. But Supercross, I'm sorry, I think it's going to be a struggle bus season.
It's one of those guys you just hope gets through the season healthy.
I think Cody Shock outperforms him all year.
Okay.
I stamp that. Cody Shock outperforms him all year.
Okay. So there's a lot of low key Max Anstey hype here.
I mean,
Yeah,
confidence.
I've heard that. He's finally getting the hype he deserves that Justin was giving him 5 years ago. So
He's going to fucking win Daytona.
he does indeed win Daytona this year.
He's going
You
to win
think so?
Daytona this year.
I think he does indeed win
He's going to win Daytona, and then
boy.
I'm going to be like, I told you.
I told you 5
I told you 5 years ago he was going to win Daytona.
So was Tom Covington.
Yeah, well,
I
fuck
don't
off.
know. I gotta see him.
I don't know.
Really, because like we thought last year was going to be okay, and he came out and he looked really good the first couple of rounds, and then just fucking fell off until
a
that
mud win,
mud
though.
race. Yeah, until that mud race. So
Yeah, I've heard that too, and like Wilson really talking him up and stuff like
there's
that.
there's a lot of low key hype on.
I mean,
him,
I wouldn't be
supposedly.
surprised if he comes out and wins in Detroit.
The only thing I can take is
Wouldn't surprise me
is a
either.
confidence thing, just because even though I know they don't mean much,
Yeah.
he got an Australian title and he got another World Supercross title. It's just more of a confidence boost.
Yeah.
I think he's more of like VRM, like I don't give a shit about anybody else. I'm
Well,
just gonna
he's-
go out and do my thing.
Yeah.
Kind of at this point raced literally the best dudes in the world on both sides of the
Yeah,
ball.
none of these
Yeah.
guys mean shit to him, really.
No.
Yeah. So I don't know. Hopefully he gets in there.
Oh,
Be
can I
cool.
get a face mask?
Be cool to see. Like it's not in the
Jason
script.
Oren.
It would shut up. It would be very interesting to me, but I'm a big Max Anstey fan. I don't
Yeah.
see him battling for a title.
All right.
I think he gets a win.
Okay.
Daytona.
Okay.
Daytona.
Daytona.
But outside of that, man, dude, this field is too deep, and I don't think Max's starts are consistent enough for him to put himself in
God, this is a deep field.
winning
out- running
contention
down
every
it.
weekend.
Okay. So green bikes here: Forkner, Haymaker, McAdoo. Pick one to start.
I would like to start with Mr. Forkner.
Okay.
This is one of those things where he used to be the guy that's getting kind of all the hate and judgment that Jet
Yeah.
is getting now for being a cocky young kid.
Yep.
He's grown out of that, and I've actually grown to really like the kid and really hope that he
All
has
fun.
some success. What?
All fun, love it.
I like the all fun thing. I like the vlog thing, which really is like brought who he is as a person out. He seems to be very humbled. He's in a good mindset where like he knows he's a bad dude on a dirt bike. The only thing I worry about is the Ryan Hughes thing. I do worry about that.
Do you think he's not wearing knee braces?
He's definitely doing all of that. I believe he should be. But I don't know like what kind of wild off the wall thing that Rhino might put in his head.
Mitch said he looks really good.
I think
I'm sure he does.
So
I think Rhino is going to do better for him on the bike. I think that if he listens to him off the bike, things could get weird. But I
Right.
think on the bike, because even though some of the stuff I don't necessarily agree with, Rhino has a way different approach to how to connect a track. And that has always been one of Fortner's things. He doesn't turn his brain on.
He's going to turn his brain on like for
And he's-
risk and calculating
Yes.
risk and all that stuff. Yeah.
Is like, hey, if I don't have the pace, I don't have it. Okay, we'll set up. This rut was here. It flows like this. Now this other rut's starting to form this way. If I triple onto this, sets me up for this rut, stuff like that. The most basic form of saying that. I think that's what's going to propel him. Because let's be real. I know we're going to talk about Deegan maybe here in a second.
Oh,
or
we're
whatever.
gonna. Don't worry.
But
It's coming.
can we all agree that if Austin Fortner from a couple years ago shows up,
Title.
Fortner can give Hayden Deegan everything he wants.
He's
and
got
then
to stay
some.
off the ground, man. He's got to
That's
stay
the
off the
only
ground.
thing.
That's
And
my
that-
one downside.
He's
I
got
mean, I
He's got to
agree.
get out of the starting gate. He's got to get to the first corner.
He's got to get to the
And
first
he's
corner of
gotta
the heat
make it-
race.
yeah.
Yeah, like
If you do that-
Washougal, like
Because if he does that, I'm here to tell you, I think he's going to give Deegan everything he wants and then some.
He could.
Because he is the one dude I look at and go, if the old Austin Fortner shows up, he's better than everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. Like everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
And that's not just an opinion. His wins and the people that he's raced. I'm sorry. Chase Sexton?
Yeah.
Do we see what Chase is now? Mm-hmm. We all
And
know
ma-
the last
and
time
maybe,
they
and
used
maybe
to do.
and maybe he does. Because he's I give him credit because a lot of these guys they just beat their head against the same wall over and over again, expecting different
searching.
result. He has moved.
He searched.
and is searching. So hopefully we'll see
I'd
here.
love to see it, man, because the kid deserves a title. He probably actually deserved like 3. Let's be real.
he should have 3.
Seth Haymaker wins a race.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm just worried about the Mitch Payton cursed program here.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know. I mean, Haymaker's a super nice dude. I've been around him
He's
with
a
some
good dude. I like
interactions, a couple of races. Super
He can
super
win.
duper
He
nice.
came out of nowhere and won. Like you
Yeah.
you were a Haymaker.
yeah, you
homer.
were.
Yeah.
And he came out and won that race wire to wire that in his rookie season there. Like he can, I think he can battle for wins
And
for
then
sure.
2 years ago? A year ago? What, 2020? What was the year that he got hurt at the California round? Was that 2022? Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
2022. 2 third places in a row, leads some laps, battles out front all the way
Yeah.
down to the end. Seth's only issue, and he needs to get this figured out, you can't keep melting with 2 minutes to go in mains or in motos.
Yeah.
But I think that's just something that he needs to be.
Kitchen.
Yeah, well, like he just needs to be. He needs to race.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like he hasn't really put together
No.
seasons.
Hasn't
so
put a full season together since he's been a pro.
So if he puts together a full season, then okay, cool. But then we can start to build from that. So and the last guy, McAdoo.
I just want to see that man get through a season. That's literally all I need from him right now.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just concerned if he does or not.
I'm out on McAdoo.
I mean, he's gonna probably the first couple of rounds look like a title contender. We're all gonna be like, oh my god, McAdoo, and then all of a sudden it's gonna be like hit the deck
I'm
or
football
something.
guy right now.
We
needed that.
I can see.
I can say we know.
Oh boy,
Stop.
Jesus.
I'm not. I'm out on McAdoo. I like Cameron as a person. I think he's a good dude.
I agree.
I like what he does with his socials, especially making it not just about him, like him and his. Is it his fiance?
No, it's his wife. They're
his
married,
wife.
yep.
Making her about it, and like the whole program. It's kind of like some Christian Craig, Paige Craig vibes. I like that whole deal. And it's not even his fault. I think Cameron McAdoo's window's gone.
It might be. Yeah.
I think it's gone.
I
Which is a
think
really.
I think he just needs to accept that he may be like just a second tier 250 lifer.
That's
God, it sucks
and
too, man. He's so talented.
He's one of those guys that could be a 250 lifer.
Here's the thing. I think he could move out of that 250 lifer into a 450 second tier guy that's really good, but he's got to learn to turn his brain on because right now he's so, I can win. And I agree with you. I think he peaked at a certain point here.
What was that year that he battled? He gave Jet fits. I think it was 2021, 2022.
I think it was 22.
The year he
It's 22
peaked is when he front flipped over the.
But that was 2021 though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
Either way,
I think he peaked around that time there, and I just don't think he has any more. Because let's face it, he wasn't a prodigy coming up. We all talked about this. He kind of
Tony
got
Alessi
lucky.
found
Yeah,
him.
he got lucky, kind of moved his way through, and that's fine. That's great. That's awesome. But
he has a really cool story.
Yeah, but I just don't think there's more there. I just think that's it.
Cameron, if you're blitzing through whoops and they start to get flat and your front end starts skipping across, start rhythming through those bitches.
Please just jump.
Jump
Don't
through 'em.
take your right hand off.
Just stop. Just stop it.
No, I would just love to see him get through a season, maybe start building some confidence back. Like I think he had that mindset of like, I need to beat Jet.
Yeah.
Instead of just like trying to be in the same area.
Yeah. Which again, I think if he can turn his brain on a little bit and he just has that VRM mentality, I think he could end up being a great second tier rider here, make a whole bunch of money, ride 450s, everything. But if he refuses to do that or can't comprehend doing that, then I think he continues to just run into issues here.
Here's the problem he's going to have this season. If Hammaker and Fortner are figuring out and he's not, that's all going to go out the window.
Yeah. All right. So on to the Star Boys here. I guess Huskies Cochran.
No, it's just Guillaume Perez.
Oh, Guillaume Perez. Oh, yeah. So
That's going to be a very interesting one.
You think
for me.
he's going to do anything?
I think he just hovers around 8 to 10.
Yeah, 8 to 10. I could see that. Hover.
I've heard literally not shit. I didn't even remember he was riding for the team.
He's literally never rode Supercross in his life up into this point.
He's another cool story. Have you heard his story?
Yeah, he was working a normal job.
Yeah, groceries.
He's like a bag boy, and
Yeah.
then some random ass dude was like, "Hey, I have Garrett Swanepoel's number."
Because he was an
Yeah.
absolute savage in EMX 125s, got on a 250, couldn't get his shit figured out, rode for terrible teams. And then he ends up at Star, and all of a sudden, oh, hey, man, you give some talented kids a good
By
bike, you can
some
do shit.
random dude.
Yeah, Bobby gives him that random ride for those 2
That's
hours.
what happens when you ride for free.
Yeah, I know, right? 8 to 10.
Like most of it.
He'll be good at, and I say this about all the GP dudes, he'll be good at Daytona.
I mean, we can talk about that. Is Mosman going to ride?
I don't. What are you hearing? You said you had something.
The last thing I heard is that Mosman's riding with no contract. He's riding a Star bike right now with zero contract.
If he is, I don't get it. Because now if Deegan is back, what's the point? You
I
have everybody
don't
outside
get it.
Styles.
Well, I
unless
was
he
gonna
just
say-
unless he just thinks he can compete for some wins and maybe get his way back onto something or.
But
earn
my thing
something.
is like everything I'm hearing is it's Supercross only deal, and it was like he was supposed to ride West Coast, but then he didn't show up for San Diego. He didn't show up this weekend.
'Cause
So like,
he's
what the
gonna be-
fuck is happening?
Like,
he's-
look, man, anything with Mosiman and kind of how he carries himself and lives his life, none of this really surprises me.
No, not at all.
Yeah, because he's going to be on the SLR 450 outdoors.
I know, but it's so weird because he was going to be on Triumph, and now he's not on Triumph, and then he was going to be on the SLR, and then that didn't happen because he was going to get something fixed, and now he's riding the Star bike with no contract because I thought he was going to replace Deegan, but now everything's pointing to Deegan's going to show up and ride, whether he's hurt or not, whatever. That's a whole nother story.
Then we'll get into that.
Honestly, at this point,
I don't know.
I don't have a problem with Mosman. I don't really care.
Yeah, it's just whatever. It's a weird story
Because of this bullshit right here that you're just saying.
Yeah, it's a
we
weird
don't know. And
storyline
you
to
talk
follow.
about this, the transparency. We always talk about this. It's Michael. Oh,
no
picked off.
way.
Oh.
No, there's a flag.
If Michael Mosman, like, dude, you're not a champ. Like,
Yeah.
Just tell somebody what's going on.
I don't know. I don't know. All right, so star
That
team
wasn't
here.
picked off. I think San Francisco.
So
was
who do we
small.
have? We have. I know we have
yeah, he
Deegan.
was. My
We'll
bad.
we'll talk about Deegan last. Okay, so we got Dax, Romano.
Enzo, and then
Enzo,
Deegan.
and then Deegan.
Because
Okay.
Styles is hurt, and he's probably going to miss Supercross.
Okay, so what does Dax do? Is he in that same realm with
See,
Hymus?
I don't really see any Dax hype. Really, I don't know why.
I've heard he's okay.
That's kind of where I'm at. It's almost like sounds super asshole-ish, but like almost like bought himself a ride.
He did.
Like
You're absolutely correct. That's not a false
Okay,
statement.
well,
He paid to ride there.
paid
Yep.
to ride there. However, he did earn a contract from Bobby.
Sure did. Same
So-
salary as Deegan's getting. All those guys are making the same amount of money.
Oh, they're all on the same deal, which I kind of like that.
He just doesn't have as many zeros in his bank account as Deegan does.
Yeah, which was funny. I was arguing in the comments of Johnny's show the other day with somebody because I was like, "Dude, they all make the same." And he's like, "Well, Deegan's making this on merch and this and this." I'm like, "Okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the star
Anything from
salary.
just the star salary.
Yeah, like none of them are different from what I
imagine
understand.
it's pretty low because there's so many of them.
It is. It's not a lot.
Yeah.
So what exactly it is, I don't know. But it's not. They're not riding for $300,000 a piece. Let's put it that way.
150.
Probably maybe 2 at the most, and then bonuses. But
a little
anyway,
better than Guillaume Perez.
yeah. But anyway, but for Dax, I mean, he's probably 5'10" dude here.
Just get in there, get your feet wet, get some experience, and then show us maybe a glimmer of hope. But
Yeah, we'll see.
I will say the only thing, and I said this after A1, the only glimmer of hope he has is he's looking at how good Juju's doing.
Yeah.
Because he battled with Juju last
Yeah.
year at the Futures. So
So we'll see. Anything on Romano?
if the kid can stay healthy, he can be top
Because I've heard
5.
0.
yeah, you have that much.
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh,
He's-
yeah.
Wow.
God, he's just got so much speed, man. We saw it in outdoors when he rode. And
I don't remember. I mean, I
Pulling
remember
starts
riding,
and
but I don't
leading.
remember.
The
He was
kid-
leading.
The kid,
leading
he
lap.
just grinds, man. He's from New York. He's got that New York mentality. He just he puts his head down and he goes to work. I just don't know how healthy he is because he came in with the injury from last year. Mm-hmm. Didn't ride all of outdoors. We thought we were going to see him. Then it didn't happen. And then he got healthy. And then he got hurt again.
Yeah.
And then I heard he was doing testing. And then I heard he had gotten hurt again. And now it's like, well, who knows? Because nobody tells us anything around this.
Nobody
fucking
tells
sport.
us anything.
So if he's healthy, I think he can be really damn good. But I don't know how healthy he is.
Okay.
So
What about Lopes? Does this bike make Lopes better?
what is better in your opinion?
So what was he battling for last year? Like
Yeah, I
top,
mean,
he was in the
he
top
was
fives there, sniffing
Very
podiums
hard.
last year.
Just sniffing podiums, but fastest qualifier multiple times.
Does it improve that at all? Is he a podium guy now?
I don't know
You
with
got some-
with how deep this field
Yeah,
is.
you got
right
a lot
off
of
the
killers
rip.
on this coast.
Yeah, when you got a Faulkner and you got a
Hammaker and a
Hammaker.
Vial and a Deegan and
I don't
He's
know
coming
if
off a shoulder injury
Hymus.
too.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
forget about that World Supercross shoulder injury there. So
yeah, I put him kind of same thing, sniffing for podiums, balls fast in practice.
I think he gets another fast qualifier like he did last year.
I'll be honest. I don't think it improves his standings at
No.
all. I think he's relatively the same as last year. And the thing that sucks is like again, we don't know exactly what happened, but he's burned that bridge at club essentially. And
that did-
from
that was
what
bad.
from what I understand, he's Supercross only for Star here because he doesn't want to ride outdoors because he wants to go back to Brazil and do the Brazil series all the time too. Which okay, whatever. I guess he makes decent money down there. So he's such a weird thing because Phil. I mean, obviously we all know the relationship between him and Phil, and Phil's trying to mentor him, and he's just not taking the advice.
It's that
stuff.
Brazilian swag, man. You think you know everything.
Honestly, man,
I'd like to know what the deal is with the Brazilian series, what he gets paid to go down there and ride. Because if it's enough, if he's making another 100, 200,000 going down there,
Could be drug
which
money.
could be, I'm
They're laundering it through a
not going to
series.
say
What do
here
you think
nor
happens
there.
with the Mexico stuff.
But if he's doing that, like, I mean, how do you argue with that? You want to go fucking suffer outdoors
No,
when you
whatever
go
he
make
wants to do.
100 or 200,000 basically riding against
80%.
no one? Yeah.
Whatever he wants to do to make money, I'm cool with it. But
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to do much just because, like I said, this coast is so deep. I think had he been on West Coast, this might be a little different conversation. But the East Coast
Okay.
is just deep.
Okay.
What's really side note on Lopes? What's so crazy to me is any post that he's involved with, the Brazilians go nuts, dude. There's so
Dude.
many Brazilian flags, and
Dude.
like he's got
That's
a lot
that-
of people behind him.
Brazil
That's
is
Brazilian when it
crazy.
comes to fan base, man.
Yeah.
They're like that with their fighters, dude. They are wild.
Speaking of, you got any idea how to dub YouTube videos? Because I'd love to have a Portuguese and a fucking Spanish channel.
I mean, you probably just send them through some AI program or something.
I mean, I would assume so. I just wasn't sure if you'd actually
I
looked
haven't
into it
looked.
at
I haven't
all. I
figured
mean,
that
I
out.
kind of did, but I didn't really spend much time doing it. Couldn't find a whole bunch. So
Yeah.
there was a lot about how you could get like Spanish subtitles or stuff. And I'm like, no, I want it to change my voice to
Portuguese?
speak Spanish or Portuguese.
That'd be wild, but there's got to be a way to do it. Mr. Beast does it, right?
Mhm. Maybe we can get TJ Rios to just reenact the entire show for us. I think I have his number, actually. Didn't he like die in a Supercross last year or something?
Yeah, he almost died.
Yeah, so I do have his number.
Yeah.
Yeah. I texted him or I messaged him or something.
All
I
right,
have his number
let's-
somewhere.
let's get in-
No, that was the other Spanish kid. It was J.R. Reyes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Larry Reyes. Yeah. Okay, never mind.
Let's
Sorry, wrong
Not
Spanish
even
guy.
close.
Whoa.
Hey, I mean,
Reyes and Rios. Okay, I
Reyes
get
and
it.
gonna
Rios
say.
and Wios.
dude, I don't remember.
All
Anyway,
right, let's get into it.
All right, now it's time for Isaac Nelson Designs Deegan Danger Zone. Make sure to pick up your anti-Deegan Club shirt in the link down below here, baby.
I do not support that.
I will be wearing that next week. At
Everybody
Detroit.
flame the shit out of him if you see him.
I mean, if you see me, come say hi. It's totally fine. I don't give a
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Tell him he's a
Whatever,
dick.
I'm wearing the dopest
Look, dude.
Chevy Trucks leather Kawasaki jacket.
That's awesome.
It's badass.
That's awesome, dude. I think it's funny. I don't have any ill will towards the kid. I like him. If I see him or Brian, I'm gonna definitely be like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And just fucking like, what are they? Yeah, I say, "What's Brad gonna do?" Be like, "Bro, nice fucking shirt." I'm gonna be like, "Dude, I fucking love you guys because you guys just provide me with endless content strictly because your fans are crazy."
Like, thank you for supporting me,
Thank you.
supporting you. I
Yes,
guess.
yes. Like, I mean, literally, if I run into them like we did in Indy last year at dinner, as soon as I get the chance, I'm paying for their dinner because they have made me more money than I can.
Would that be funny if they actually knew who you were?
He might.
Again,
I mean, I could
reach-
see Brian. I
we-
could see Brian, but I don't know about him.
We've talked about this a little bit. We reach people that we didn't fucking think, so
Sure.
it wouldn't surprise me if we're in their sights at least on a very peripheral vision. So
Yeah, it is kind of crazy how many people recognize this show.
yeah.
I guess.
So okay. So he's the title favorite. How many? I mean, I know he hasn't won a race, so that is a thing. But how many races does he win this year?
Does he ghost ride?
no.
Follow-up
No.
question.
I don't honestly know with Hayden at this point because, like, I don't really know his actual status.
So here's what I've been looking at, and again, back to the transparency thing that I was pissed about. But he has popped up on the internet posting of riding again. Got some content rolling, which he didn't have for a while.
Yeah.
So obviously there was an injury.
And that's
Part-
a bad one. Scaphoid is bad.
Part number 2, he has a wrist brace on the left one while he's riding. If you look, he's got one of those Mobius braces on. 3, he doesn't look as flashy.
Hips floating
and-
around.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Not as loose as he
Yeah,
was.
he looks a little tightened up. So what percentage is he at?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I can't answer that question because I can't disagree with he should be the title favorite. But we talked about this with the Scaphoid. That's not something that's ended a lot of careers, kind of like the Navicular did with Stu.
But comes in with a VRM mentality here. He could,
Does
which
he?
he could.
Does he?
I don't
Does
know.
he?
Do you think he does?
No, too
You don't
young
think
for
so?
that.
I think Brian gives him some VRM for sure.
I think so too.
I think it does until he gets to the point that you start getting in a battle with someone, and that what is he 17, 18 now? I don't know how old he is. That's
17.
That 17-year-old brain takes over, and
Yeah.
you kind of forget which Pops has been saying. I don't know, man. Like, I just don't know how healthy he is. I don't know.
Dude, he's totally fine. Trust me. All 100 people that have messaged me on Instagram have told me he's totally fine.
He's running from Joe Schmoda.
He's riding. You're a fucking retard. Like, they've called me all of that. They've told me literally all of this
on your
for the
personal
last.
Instagram?
No, on the show.
I guess I haven't looked at
Dude,
it.
I
there's
think it- I
tons
think
of
if he-
people sent as soon as he started posting videos again, which I laughed at because from a content creator standpoint, I go, you guys obviously aren't, and we all can see this because if you're a content creator, you go out and you film for a day and you post it for 6 weeks. So it's like these could have been
Like-
loaded in the hopper.
It's like when he had a picture of him banging through some whoops in a jacket.
Yeah.
You start looking at the weather, and it's like, dude, that could have been from early December.
Yeah, a lot of people are pointing to that crash that he posted in the whoops as maybe being the wrist breaker.
Could be. I mean, 100% could
Look,
be.
I don't know. I will reserve judgment till after Detroit because I just don't know how healthy he is. And honestly, here's another thing too. We could all not be. I mean, us probably because we have brains.
Yeah.
He might show up in Detroit this weekend and not even actually ride.
I've thought about that and talked about that too in comments, man.
Because they're always like, yeah, we'll be there,
Yeah,
but
we'll
not
be there.
necessarily riding. Yeah.
I don't know, and I know we're gonna get blown up in the comments, but like y'all need to realize, face facts. Scaphoid injuries are nothing to mess with. They've ended a lot of careers.
Nope.
And I don't care how young, how much money you got. Like a bone's a bone, and it
Yeah.
only goes so far. And
Look,
I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. I got to see him ride. I will say that like somebody did point out in one of the comments, which was a very astute thing, is like, you know, because when we were bitching about transparency, they come in, they were
look,
like,
man, that's the only thing that would fix this situation.
they were
Transparency.
they were like, but look at how everybody's talking about it. Like even when they're not racing, like how do you stay relevant when you're not racing here? You have an injury like this that you don't come out and talk about.
You
With
just hear
them,
about it through the
with
the
them, it
grapevine.
works. Yeah.
how wild it would be though that if he actually is not racing.
Dude, I'm gonna,
How many people are gonna be pissed?
I'm gonna like, first off, I'll be texting you in the stadium. You better fucking tweet this right now that we were right, and fuck all of you.
How many people? Here's it.
And I will say it in that live qualifying show. Like I will be all over everybody who's been calling me an idiot, and maybe we're wrong.
There's a lot of people
Probably
that have
wrong.
bought tickets for Detroit thinking Hayden's going to be there. And how many pissed off people do you think there's going to be that if he shows up,
I don't know,
but he's not racing?
Doesn't
That's
ride and doesn't put out at least some kind of statement.
Do you guys hear what I'm saying? Like, that's not going to be a good look, and I'm sure
I
they've
don't know.
thought about
Let
this.
me look at Snapchat. Let's see what he's doing right now.
I'm glad you are that guy.
I don't know, man. I don't know because I don't know. Like, we don't know how healthy is. He's 100%. Is he 50%? Is he 75? Is he 33? I don't know.
I don't know either.
I can't gauge it because I don't know how healthy he is. And if he's 100%, which doubtful, you want to be like, yeah, of course, he's going to be the guy that you are going to pick to win the title and win a bunch of races. But it's like, I don't know. And here's another thing too, and I'm not saying this is going to happen to him. He's a sophomore now.
Yeah,
Sophomore slump is a thing, bro.
Yep.
You're not above that, even in being Hayden Deegan. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I'm going to reserve judgment until after this weekend.
Yeah. What are you finding? Anything good? Nothing.
You on Haley's?
They were-
Hanging out on Haley Deegan's?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, she's about to get married.
I got rid of her on all my stuff because I can't stand her.
Well, you're also in a committed relationship, so.
Well, that, but also,
I mean, she's a public figure, so it's kind of whatever.
Yeah, I was just going around turn 3, and then, I just had a little rubber built up on the outside, and then I just spun it because I can't drive.
You all right over there? You all right?
Honestly, it hurts more to laugh nowadays because, like, there's
Unbelievable. Yeah.
I mean, was
Stop!
I spot on or what?
God, dude.
I
yes.
mean,
Quit.
I do agree with you though. Like, not knowing the extent of the injury here, and again, as we said, I'm not fully convinced that they don't show up.
No, they're showing up.
Oh, yeah,
they'll
but
be
not
there.
ride.
But, yeah, it'll be interesting. But like I said, those videos weren't the
Didn't look
videos
great,
we were
no.
seeing.
It's going to give us something to talk about with the backlash if he shows up and doesn't ride and doesn't tell anybody.
But honestly, like that would be such a Brian thing to do because
internet-
Brian is so doesn't
Anti.
matter. People are talking.
The internet will.
thing
If we
is-
thouks this last week with Jet and Ando was a big deal, the internet will blow the fuck up.
Here's the other thing: is how many weeks have we been talking about this? It's been since the start of the season, right? So
Yeah.
4-ish, and so it must have happened before that. So
Obviously, happened whenever after the photo shoot. Mm-hmm. Within that time.
5.
I think
So
that's
it's probably been 5 or 6 weeks. So I mean, it wouldn't wouldn't surprise me if he shows up and rides, but it also wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't.
There's somebody out
Well-
there that knows the Deegan timeline. Fill us in.
If he doesn't, yeah, I know y'all in the comments
Oh,
know
we're
that
gonna get it.
timeline.
Don't worry. As
I
soon as
wanna
I
see
clip
it.
this, we're gonna get it.
Here's the thing: if he misses Detroit but does still race, he's out of the title already.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I don't know that he dominates.
No, I think he
wins
definitely
every
would be the
race.
guy that you would pick to win more. But there's
with him being a little less than 100%, you know who might have the same speed?
Vince Freeze.
Vince Freeze
Dude,
No,
might
stop.
be just as fast.
Stop.
Dude, he shows up to Detroit. He's racing at 50%. Vince just right off the start.
Yeah,
Vince
is
might
going to
actually
be riding 110% to stay with his 50%.
I'll
It's
tell you.
gonna happen.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
this: if Vince tees off on Hayden, that man's gonna get all the death threats.
Hey, dude,
There's
that-
gonna be
that-
so many 14-year-olds in his DMs. They'd be like, "You motherfucker."
Wow, look at San Francisco tied that up. Be weird if they made this Super Bowl, wouldn't it?
Oh, you can definitely script that ball that bounced off that dude's face.
So
weird, huh?
yeah, it was so weird that the Baltimore Ravens made it in.
Well,
That was awkward.
we'll see here.
It's gonna be great when the Lions make it. With
It would be funny. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of other dudes, but
I would say that was all I could come up with that was major to talk about here. I don't know, like,
that's a catch.
title picks. Right now, gun to your head, you're going to fucking die if you don't pick it. Go.
Tom Viel.
Go.
For title,
Yes.
I'm going with my man. All fun.
I like
Austin Fortner
Okay.
finally gets it done.
Okay.
Hell of a story.
I'm going to go with Deacon.
it. I mean, it's a
mean,
safe pick.
yeah.
If he's healthy, it's a safe pick.
Yeah, that's all. That's what I got. So
Austin Fortner wins the title. He comes out with a whole merch drop that says "Hell and Back."
I would buy it. I would actually buy that.
Hell and Back.
Who wins 450s this weekend?
Jason Anderson.
Eli Tomac.
I'm going to go with Jet. Stay the course here, buddy.
Jason Anderson.
Stay the
I
course.
don't depends on dirt, but
It's
Jason
shocking that I picked Jet, but the fucking Kawasaki guy picks Jason Anderson.
was-
It's fine.
Actually, the more shocking thing out of all of this is that I actually, for the first time in my life
Picked
on the
Eli
show, am picking
Tomac,
Eli
yeah.
Tomac for anything.
Yeah.
I just want to see that man get another championship. He got robbed last year.
Yeah, he
That's
did.
bullshit.
He did. So
He-
Oh my God, they're dropping perfect passes.
I told you.
That was
Scripted.
definitely
San
not
Francisco.
a. That was
Yeah.
definitely not a.
Wow,
perfect
he
pass,
dropped
bro.
it on purpose.
San Francisco wins
Yeah.
the Super Bowl here.
Yeah, he definitely dropped it on purpose.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? That's been your 250 East preview there. So thanks
Yeah.
everybody. Anything else you two can think of that we need to talk about moto wise?
You boys have fun in Detroit this weekend?
I'm gonna have a great time.
No, you are.
I like the day race thing. I think that is.
I'm excited to go have dinner and just hang out in the casino afterwards and see who I can run into.
I'm also
Yeah.
excited to just watch a race on a 3:00 afternoon on a Saturday.
Yeah, like I'm all about getting up and being there for practice at 9:30, like just chilling.
What time do the doors open? Is it 9:30?
9:30.
Is it? It's not
9:30.
8:00 for free practice.
I guess we don't get to see free, but yeah, 9:30 they open.
They're not allowing you guys to see free
We
practice.
don't
this
usually
year?
get to see
They
free
never
practice.
get to see free. Sometimes
yeah,
we
yeah.
randomly got to see it in St. Louis.
Yeah, free practice. We got it and Indy before.
Hold on, let me see if it says on the tickets here.
Yeah, no, I like the day race stuff. I think it's good.
Yeah.
I do too, man.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm glad that we now finally they've made it easy for us East Coast people at 8:30 and obviously the 7:00
Yeah.
ones. But I don't know about you guys. There's just something about being able to watch Supercross on a mid-afternoon on a Saturday that's just
Kind of cool.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I don't know.
Different.
It's something that we as moto people don't really get to do that often.
Yeah, they talk about the fan thing. So this is something from like the dealer level, like on the to like bring dealers to the event
Yeah.
or maybe bring people from outside the industry into the event. So we have our suite for Kawasaki for our dealers, and a lot of the dealers can't make it
Yeah.
to a day race because they're open on Saturday until 3
Yep.
o'clock. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is a
So-
bummer. It's rough for all angles.
Yeah, so I guess you could look at it that way, where it's going to burn a lot of people that usually work on Saturdays and maybe just go for the main event. So
does open at 8 p.m. or 8 a.m. Sorry.
There you go.
8 a.m. I can walk in the door.
There you go.
I'm in. I'll
First
be up.
free
I'll
practice.
be up at 5:30 grinding the elliptical. We'll see if Jason's in there.
I want to see a video. You better get a video out
If
there.
Jason's in there, I'm in there.
Yeah, so
Man,
I guess I
I'm
won't
doing
go
it.
too hard on Friday night.
In there like swimwear.
Yeah, so
I
Friday
also
night will be
don't-
low key.
I bet you don't honestly have an issue getting in the doors. I don't think there's going to be the normal
a big
lines that you
line,
see.
No.
Not at 8 a.m.
Not and definitely not at Detroit.
No.
So
I was-
no, I'm
You guys
excited.
might be able to walk in. Shit.
I wouldn't hate it.
That's what it's like when we get our passes for like in the pits and stuff. Like that's what it's like. It's so awesome. Like Indy.
Yeah.
Like you didn't go last year, dude. Indy's great because you don't have to stand in line like
Good.
we have before. We just go to the side of the pits and we walk right in. It's fucking awesome.
What's the weather looking like? You know,
It's supposed to be about mid
Sunny.
40s and
Really?
sunny.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
like
so-
Better than
so
last year
like
for
a-
you guys.
no snow, not freezing
I don't
cold. It's
have
gonna
to
be
wear
weird.
I don't have to lug a winter jacket around the whole time.
Hey, boys, have fun. You guys
It's
have
gonna
fun
be the
doing it.
weirdest thing. I'm not lugging a winter jacket either.
I wish I liked
only
Detroit.
I only got to walk 2.5 blocks, so I'm pumped on
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna have to get on the people mover probably.
Whoa!
Yeah,
Oh,
well.
must have hit the thing back
Yeah.
there.
All right, boys.
All right.
Oh,
whoa.
what's the show status like for this?
I'll be here at normal time on Sunday if you're coming.
Matt, are you coming?
I will probably be here. Yeah.
I just wanted to know. I didn't know
don't
what the
know.
plan was for that. We
Yep.
hadn't talked about it.
Nope.
All right,
Normal,
cool.
normal time, no problem. So
All right, boys.
you're coming too? You gonna make it back?
I should be here, yeah.
Okay.
All right, boys, have fun.
Yeah. So, all right. So this has been show 258, our A2 Triple Crown wrap up there. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks to all our sponsors: Complete Racing Solutions, TLR Coatings, Gutter Worx, Issac Nelson Designs. Comment down below with who your 250 East Coast winner is going to be. Links in the description to all the sponsors. Links to pick up. There's the shelf down there under the YouTube video for the merch, the Anti-Deacon Club, the VRM merch, all that good stuff. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I will be live and I will be doing the post race show. Won't be quite as probably. It won't be normal. It'll be me more weed style walking around in Detroit after the race. But we're going to do all that. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Yep, go Lions.